What's up, everybody? Grand Rising.
Grand Rising Ab.
Hey, salute, Ab.
Grand Rising, my brother. Everybody.
I thought the sound was
We're
turned
good.
up.
We're good, everybody.
Oh shit, Taliesha is not right. All right. Let me put it in the zone real quick. My fault, y'all. I was trying to get the computer to work, but then again, I'm always late.
It's part of our process when we do
But I
surveys.
give
So
y'all a lot
really,
of time to make up for
any
it.
convert merge that I've done. So
And we're just going to mute ourselves, everybody, unless you're talking about something worth talking about. But I don't want to hear y'all TVs, please. All right. We will start in like 3 minutes. Um, let's see. Levine, January, Pat, Cynthia, Nisi, Talisha, Nori, Lily, Virgil, Rudy, Jovan, January, Rams, Junior, CJ, Rudy, Malika, January's G, Shalonda. What's up, everybody? All right, Talisha. How everybody feeling?
Great. How you doing?
Amazing. And I love that you feel great. Love that for you. I
Thanks.
feel amazing though. Thank you. How everybody else feel?
Doing better than I deserve.
Good, good,
All
good.
right.
Blessed,
Fantastic.
very blessed.
There
That's a
we go.
beautiful day.
Yeah. There we go. God raise our vibration. Like good. I tell my kids when I ask them how their day was and stuff, they don't even say good because that's something that you're like conditioned to say when someone asks. You'll say good or so or I'm getting there or something like that. But my kids, they say amazing or incredible, blessed. You got to use these really big words that's filled with emotion so you could really feel that you say good, you're gonna feel mediocre. I want to feel abundant, prosperous. I want to feel like a god at all times. So I'm gonna tell myself a strong word, like I feel prolific or something. Just talk to yourself in a
That's
unique
what's
way,
up. That's what's
not
up.
a basic way. Basic, you talk yourself in a basic way, you're gonna get basic results. But peace be upon everybody in here. Assalamu alaikum. We about to tap in, go crazy. I see Talisha's back. Um, or I don't know how we're gonna start off. We're gonna see.
Come on with that smoke, Talisha. Come on with that smoke.
Who's that? Oh, I know that voice. Hey, Fabian.
What's going
Don't smoke in
on?
here, baby, and we don't
How are
smoke in here.
you?
Good energy in the
That
name of
southern
Allah.
accent, I can't miss.
All right, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. All right, let's go. In the name of Allah. Where we going? Trading view. I gotta open up um some tabs to see what I'm doing. I'm about to move. Actually, my light in here. I'm about to pull up my trading view and how you want to get started, Talisha? Because you know I be freestyling. I don't know if you
I'm gonna
came.
follow your lead. Go ahead.
Okay. You didn't write no notes, Professor T.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can you
Yeah,
hear
I'll
me?
follow wherever you want to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said you didn't write no notes today, Professor T. No?
I did not write any notes.
Oh shit.
I did
Oh
not
Oh,
shit.
man.
write any notes.
Oh,
I'm
you're
Oh,
act
my
freestyling.
God.
you're acting the fool now.
I
Look.
am. This is, YOLO.
Oh shit.
Just go with it.
I bet.
When I don't have notes is when it's a problem because then I tend to be a little too blunt. My notes keep me in order.
Gotcha. Where I see y'all.
No, we're
Okay.
gonna have fun today. Let's go.
Amazing. Feel good. Rested. Fabulous. Grand rising. Word. Okay.
Hey,
Ask my
Rams,
kids
I see
what's
you
the
on there.
best part of the day.
What up, Talish?
Hey. Man, if you guys don't have Rams scripts, you need to get his scripts on TradingView. Um, Rams is low key a mastermind. He won't
Hold on,
admit it.
Talisha, because we can't hear you that good. I'm about
Uh-oh.
to mute everyone.
Okay.
We could hear you, but it was just sound. You could unmute yourself.
No, I was just saying Rams is low key a mastermind. So if you guys don't have his TradingView scripts, uh, you need to get on those. He's a low key genius. And he'll never admit it, but those scripts are not easy to write.
Yeah, for real. We see you, Rams, smiling and laughing and shit.
Uh-huh.
It's like you were supposed to be on
Thank
here
you,
weeks
guys.
ago to show us
Man,
how it
thank
went.
you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I was waiting for Rams to be on here like a few Zooms ago because I wanted him to show us exactly how he used it, but it's probably the first time I've seen him Zoom for a good minute though. So if you can sometime during the Zoom, just demonstrate how you use your indicator. I know a lot of us would like to see that.
That's a great idea, Ab,
I
because
got you.
in Rams, I want to
Yeah.
hear your thoughts too, but just from what I've seen, it takes so much of the guesswork out of trading, especially if you trade support and resistance, market structure. You don't even got to
Yeah.
think about it. It just
Mhm.
shows you where it's all at, and it's like really good. What do you call it? Like training wheels to build your eye to see the charts for yourself. But yeah, it's dope.
Yep.
Or facts. Um, damn, you supposed to say something, Rams, because I was trying to
Nah, I definitely got you.
order something real
I
quick.
got time. I'm chilling. So whenever is my time, you let me know. Whatever indicator you want me to explain, give you a little explanation on. I got you. That confluence too. That got a little soft because I put the crosses on there with the 5 and 20. So it'll drop the label for you right there. Drop the RSI. So when you see that confluence board, the confluence board is exactly what it means. It's just confluence. So if it tells you the RSI is bearish, take a look at the RSI. Maybe it's under 50 and it's going down. If it's over 50 going up, it's bullish. So it'll switch to the bull side. Same thing with the MACD. Same thing with the SMA 5 trend. So if it says bearish, go take a look at it. Because now it might be sloping down. If it's sloping up, it's gonna be on the bull side. Then I got the crosses there, but the crosses, that's the secret sauce. So when you see the label 5 and 20 cross, the X, it means the cross. I just shortened it up. So 5 and 20 X means 520 cross. The 5 crossed over the 20. If the label appears on the top of the candle, that means it crossed over. If it appears in the bottom of the candle, that means it crossed down. That's bearish. Remember, the SMAs are they work like a support, like support levels. So the candles can come back and retest. The same SMA, once the 5 cross over the 20, you could see that 5 start sloping down and come retest that 20, and it could bounce right off and keep going for that short-term bullish side. So and then I also put the real golden cross and death cross, which is the 50 and 200. So you'll see the same labels appear. Now you get a long-term bounce. So you'll know the 50 and 200 cross, but that could take a couple candles later to play out because it's a long-term reversal. You always look for signs. Every time you see a sign, it doesn't mean it's going to happen right away. So you look for the signs. 15-minute time frame, it could play out, say like an hour or two. But a 1 day time frame, that could play out in a couple days, a week or two. But wherever you see the symbol, work the time frames up, see if everything aligns, see if everything gives you confluence. You can also pair the confluence board with the trapper trigger. That was a little blend that I did because AB teaches the SMAs. So I put the lineup of SMAs there, and then I'm pretty high on volume. So I blended the volume with the SMAs. So you could throw the trapper trigger on with the volume and throw the confluence board up and have them all right there. Boom. You ain't gotta see no noise, nothing like that. If you still don't know how to catch your levels for the support and resistance, the script is right there. That one's very basic.
You
That's just
want you
gonna
want to
give
share your
you.
screen, bro?
Yeah, I
You
got you.
yeah, because you might as well. This how we started
Yeah,
off because
that's
you
dope.
already start and then a lot of people in here, y'all should be able to really grasp it because how he's explained this indicator is how I explain how my moving averages move as well. So this is fire.
I have a quick question.
So should I
Um,
too.
is it that he puts a script on his trade view and then these things pop up? Because I know before I saw I think I had like a script on mine which shows me like when it goes like a trend arrow when it shows like you have more volumes buying in or when more volumes buying low. Is it like a script that he's mentioning that he configured to show that?
Yeah, you got. He's on here still.
Essentially, he wrote like 3 or 4 scripts that he made public for all of us to use, and then you would add them like indicators, and he's about to show you what they look like.
All right, cool. I really should really appreciate it. I just need to figure out how to add the script to my
Oh
own.
yeah, you'll add it as an indicator, like Talisha said. It's up in the trading view. We'll drop the link in the
Mhm.
chat.
And I think if you type in trap, like if you go to indicators and just start typing in trapper or trap, you'll see
Mhm.
his come up. Let me go right now and make sure let me see.
Yeah,
So
I'm
if you
trying.
type in, yeah, okay. So if you type in trap, you'll see 3 indicators at the top that's from Trapper Rams. And those are all the ones, and you can probably just filter on his and see all the ones he wrote
I
and
gotta
then
get the
add them
screen.
to your trading view chart, as you want to.
Indicator. Brand builder, don't fall, bro.
So I'm just going to click indicators, type trap, and
Yep.
then
And they
Indicator.
which
should start popping up. Like if you click indicators, type trap. Here, I'll show you while Rams is bringing his screen up.
Where is
So if you go to indicators up here and type, I just put in trap. I have them favorited, but if you don't have them favorited, just look down here for the ones that are from Trapper Rams.
I think I'm seeing your screen. I don't know
And
where it's
then,
wrong. Oh, sorry.
oh, yep. You
Yeah, do
said
it
you're
again.
not.
Sorry. Go ahead. I see now.
Oh, okay. So just click on indicators at the top,
Mm-hmm.
and start typing in trap.
Mm-hmm.
And I have them favorited, but if you don't have them favorited, just scroll down and look for the ones from Trapper Rams.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
those are the ones you can add that he wrote.
Right. I found the structure with the high and low with it. Okay. I didn't even know this. That's something new.
What's up, KT? Uh, yeah, January, you gotta be quicker than that. Thank you, Talisha. That was good because
That
I'm
was
sure
good. That was good.
and good question
I
as
was
well.
trying to figure out how to share my screen.
Uh, you don't so let's see. And then I'm about to go on my phone. It should be right in the middle of the phone, the bottom right.
Right.
You
All
don't
right.
see.
See, I see the share screen.
I mean, not the bottom right, in the middle of the bottom. It's
Rams, you're a genius.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that.
I'm always shotgun. Cause I'm not. Oh, word. Boom. Yeah, let's go. Fire.
Rams, you also need to do it as well, brother.
Flip. It looks better. Try see if you flip it on the side. See where if it takes the full screen.
Sideways. Hold on. Oh yeah, there you go.
Uh,
Shit.
Hold on, my phone broke. Let me take everything out so everything look clean first.
do your thing. Take your time.
There's phone right there. All right. So what I like to do too with this is one of my favorite indicators that I made the volume trigger with the SMAs because this just gives you everything. So you could come right here to the settings. Let's say like you ain't gotta use my lineup as I whatever it is you watch, you could throw it right here. Boom, whatever. You want the 9, you want the 21, whatever it is you want, you could just throw it on and it's gonna generate it for you. Then right here, because I still gotta talk to you about this anyway because I gotta update because I did the special SMA 5 that you do. So when I enable this, your SMA setup should come out. And I know you were saying you use it under the 30. I leave this on closed. So you could come here and change to Ab's thing right here, 30. And I know he uses a length 65, but I left that off. You could do the offset here if that's so. But that was the question I have. So I left that be. But that's pretty much right here. So you'll have the 5 twice. You'll have the 5 and you got the 5. The only time, see how they both different? Because I got one, I'm in the 15-minute. The only way they're gonna pair is if I'm in the 30 and the numbers match. You see, now that white one overlapped the yellow one, my regular 5. See, when I go here in the 15, see how it changed? I got the yellow right here, and the 5 is the white and the yellow. But the 5 white is abs set up under the 30-minute on all time frames. I would go to 1 hour and it's gonna be slightly different because it got a different setup. See? Boom. But that's that. That's so what I like to do, I like to take away the noise. I put the label there so people know like the spike happened. But I'll come here. I just gotta see the color. I don't really gotta see the label on it. So I just take that off just so boom, right? So right here, you got the SMA 5 trend, and you see right here how it's on the check mark is on the bear count. It's on the bear count because it's clocking the yellow one, the regular SMA. So you see how it's starting to slope a little bit, and it's
Just
on a
lock your
bearish
screen.
candle.
Lock your screen, Rams.
Lock my screen,
Yeah, the bottom right corner. The settings
bottom.
icon. Above 158. I mean below 158.30.
Oh, L. Oh,
No,
bang.
below it, that icon. You was just yeah. Auto fits that of the screen.
It's
All right.
there.
Yeah.
So you see the 5 right here is sloping the yellow. So right here, you're gonna have it on the bear count. You're gonna have it under the bear count. So right here is gonna tell you the volume. So all you following is the confluence board. That's all you're doing. So whatever it tells you, you just go and check it. So now right here, you see the volume is rising and you got a volume spike. So now you see how the volume here, the the bearish, the selling volume is starting to come down. So it's starting to get weak. So right here, the script is telling you, yo, the buying volume might be rising because it's on the bullish side. You see how right here it's clearly going down. So that's bullish. If you see the sellers getting exhausted, that's bullish. In a sense, you need confirmation at the end of the day. You're always gonna need confirmation. So This one's very simple. You see a selling spike right here, you stay aware. You could go check your volume, you could check everything you need to check to line this up. All right, there might be selling pressure right now. So you look at it. You match everything up right here, right here. If you see this right here, you see how the selling pressure spike. But then now right here, you see you don't just get on a put per se right here just because you see this. This is like saying this. This comes from this. Look. So if you guys have volume footprint, you could check the volume footprint. Let it load up. So you see every candle has volume inside it. But right here we had a spike. You see this one that it called out on. It had a spike. You got a negative 167,000 delta. That means there's a deficit between the buyers and sellers here. So there was a spike on the lower end. But you don't just get in it because you need confirmation. So you see, you still went up. This thing wicked up hard. You would have got faked out right here. You would have been scared. So it would have took you off the trade anyway. So now you just got to look. See, so now the buyers, you could tell this candles here, they red, but at the same time, it's bullish. That's why the script is telling you there's bullish action going on because the selling pressure is getting weaker as we go at the moment. Now, not everybody got the footprint, so I made this. I did a script to pull out spike candles only. I mean, so writing the whole script to break this down, that takes a lot. So I just wrote down like, all right, whenever I see an anomaly, spike it for me and bring it to the script, bring it live. And that's why you get this. Not everybody's gonna have that volume footprint. That's how you get that. But everybody's usually on the candles. But you see now, you could just be on the candles and you're gonna get the spikes when they happen. See right there, you're gonna get the spikes every time they happen. So now you can see, look, right here, it's telling you there was a bullish spike, but then boom, 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 we still went down because you got to look at the volume at the same time. You got to do your homework. You got to go down the time frames and you got to see what's really going on because right here would have been perfect. Look at this right here. All right, this is perfect. So you see the 5 and 20 right here, how the label printed in the bottom of the candle. That's where the crossover happened. You follow that right here on this candle. Look at the yellow and the green. The green is the 20-day. The yellow is the 5-day. You see how the yellow crossed down on the 20? And then the label right here confirm on the very next candle. Once this candle closed, the label confirm right here, yo, we had that turnover. Short-term downside, bang. And now you see the 5, the 10, the 20 started spreading even deeper. That's how you know the move was real. The move was real. Now right here, you start seeing a slope, you start being careful. You start seeing a slope, you start being careful because it's going to come check that 20. It could reject it and keep going down. But it did it in this case. So in this case, you look right here, a crossover to the upside happens, short-term bounce, the label prints on top, on the confirming candle right next to it. Right there. See how the crossover happened right there? So that's the secret sauce of the confluence board, really, because I look at the RSI, I look at MACD, but I don't always look at it for every trade. I don't look at it on every ticker. I might pull up an RSI here and there, but right here, I already know. So I might not even be watching for this. I like my SMA crossovers. I like the 5200. That tells me a lot. I like volume. So and then I read the candles for sure. So you just put the things together that you understand. And that's how you gauge your confluence. So not everybody's gonna check the RSI and rising levels, or you might check something else. Some people might check the 9. The 9 is good. I like the 9. I don't use it as often, but I like the 9 EMA, not the SMA, the EMA. The exponential moving average is different. It moves a little different. So I like it, but I don't use it a lot. So,
Just
so you see,
curious,
I never
Ram, why you use 9?
the 9, I use the same way how Ab explains his 5. If we under the 9, look, because the nine be heavy. A lot of people, a lot of like the pros, they on the 9 and 21 and stuff like that heavy. So I like to follow them. What I do is I always like make something bright so I can like really see it. If I'm following it at the moment, I make it bright So what I do here now, I got to take this one out because I got the setup right here for AB and white because I like to see that one. Yeah,
So you use the 9 and 21 like Ab uses the 5 and 10.
practically. So you see
Nothing's
right there. So you see right here. Look at the thing. How it bounce off. If you above the 9, you bullish. You good. You above the 9. You ain't got to get out just because it's gonna contest. If it's under, all right. Look right here. This would have wicked you out. That's fine. You would have took the trade. Whatever. You get it right by the line. You get out. That's the rule. That's the rule. Now, once you pair that up with reading the candles and you see this, you say, we might have a runaway candle. Look right here. Runaway candle. Boom. It comes and check it. You get runaway candles that come and check it. Once you extend a little too far from the 9, you already know. Wait for those wicks. Wait for them little fireworks to start popping off. And you already see it. Look, right here, you see the volume start rising. Volume start rising, boom. You check the 9, you could wait. You could put your stop loss right there and chase it. And chase it. Look, you would have still been in this trade because you're not even hitting the 9 yet. It's still sloping up. It's still bullish.
Mhm.
So even if this thing was following structure, let's say, because it broke right here, right? Oh, damn. Hold on. Let me get the brush. So let's say right here, even if it goes boom, 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 and they don't break this slow, you already know somewhere around here it might bounce. It'll break this, it'll form one of these, boom, 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 and maybe keep going, reject right here. And now you got to watch for a double top case. You got to watch for whatever it is coming next. But now you kind of gauge yourself. But if you following like the trade with the 9, that's how I use it. Just how IB explaining his spot. Same thing. Same thing. You can follow the day trade all day with a 9 because you
Yeah.
see it give you that time. It really gives you time. Like, and you could just wait for it. And look right here. Let me take the brush off because it's gonna keep riding. Hold on. All right. So look right here. All right, you get it, boom. You wait till it come check, because look, right here, you got the confirmation too. A 5 and 20 crossover to the downside. So you say, all right, cool. It already ran away from the 9. I could just wait real quick, wait for we could touch on 9 again, wait to come check it, retest it, get on the trade. Look, this thing gap down. Bang. You would have been right on. And you good already. You already at profit right here. So you ain't really got to rush to get out the trade just because you touching the 9 again. Now you just watch the 9 because it's still sloping right here. It's still on its way down. Here's
Mm.
where you want to start watching. Look, it ran away again. It touched and rejected it here. Nice. Bang. Right here. Bang. Boom. Boom. It came to check it again. Now it starts running away. Right here's when you start getting ready. Like, damn, we extending off that 9 heavy. So now here you get this. You get this. You already know something's brewing. So you could get in the trade right here if you know how to read the candles, right? If you follow your confluences, or don't matter. You wait till you break that 9. You wait till this. It don't matter. You wait till it retest, checks it, and take the move. You can wait for the 9, or if you read the candles and you feel comfortable with what you're doing, go ahead. Go ahead, take it. You already extended far enough now. Watch the market pressure, watch the day, see the sentiment of the day. Because look how we open right here. Look how we open where am I? I'm on a 1 hour here. So we open, where's 9:30? Right there. Wait, where's today? Right here's today. This was the big wick right there. So you made this move here, boom. You open all the way. It don't even matter. Like we was high crazy today. We still came all the way down. We made a new low, a new low. So we could bounce right off the 9 again and go reach for where we open. Well, I'm looking at AMAT, but we're just looking at the chart. You feel me? Don't even worry about AMAT. I didn't even notice I was on AMAT. I should have been like on SPY or something. I'm just explaining like the broad basic, the charting and the indicators. What the hell is the SPY?
And let me just put the 5-day moving average is different from every moving average because that's
That's a
the
fact.
current price because it's the only one that calculates how many trading days is in a week. So that moving average will be the same price on every time frame. The other moving averages won't. So it won't. The 9 won't act like that. And also, I know the 9 is one of the fastest moving averages. The 9 is used. The 9 and the 20 is are they're used for day trading. I actually started on the 9 and the 13. That's how I started trading. That's how I learned because I was a day trader at first, but you gotta be that 9 moves. But it could be used as resistance and support as well. But it is your fastest moving average. So, but if you're swing trading stuff, you got to use it with other moving averages. But you can take it back,
Or
Rance. That was fire.
oh my bad. Yeah, I
No, I
bet.
said you could. No, I didn't know if
No,
you was done. I
I
wasn't
put
cutting
you
you
back
off.
on. I thought you was about to go in. No, it's all good.
No, bro. My platform is our platform. I don't cut nobody off until
Word,
y'all done.
word. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody got any questions for like right now? Like, cause we could take some questions and I only showed those two. Like the other ones, like the structure, that's basic. Just look at the label, see the structure. That's all you're doing. See the structure, see where it breaks. Follow the structure. Like Taliesha, yo, structure is everything. That's how I trade futures. Structure. I don't even do nothing else with futures. I'm not really trying to get because futures is live all the time. There's really you could look left, you could do these things, but just look at the structure and see the way the price action is going for futures. So that's why I follow when I trade structure. I'm just trading candles, strictly candles and volume. Structure. That's it.
Mhm.
So, that's pretty basic. And then support and resistance, I made that, because a lot of new travelers they don't know where the levels are. So while you train your eyes, because it's very important, you want to look at a chart and you just want to see the level. They pop up. Just keep looking at the chart. See, look at the price action every day. You're gonna start seeing. Put your lines up. It don't even matter if you're wrong. Some lines get rejected, some lines get blown right past the level. It's cool.
But
But just put your lines up so that way it trains you. Yo, damn, it bounced. It respected my line. Yo, my channel. All right, cool. So now you start getting comfortable. Now you could trade a little more comfortable. Even when you in red, you could be like, yo, I'm good because I can see what's coming. Not everybody's gonna catch a trade right at the entry point, right where it's gonna bounce. You're never gonna get that. That's hard to do.
look at how passionate Rams is. That's why I was
Yo, I
like, I'm
love
gonna
this
let you cook because I didn't even hear your face because you were showing your chart, but I could just hear it in you. It's like, go cook. Like,
man.
where I could tell you love this shit. That's what's up, bro.
Yo, I could get lost. I'm the same way like you. When I go off, I start like just it's over.
That's
All
good.
right, yeah.
That's good. Take off. You are you done? Or you
No, I
showing
mean
us some?
that it don't matter. Like
Bro, we got time.
this should explain a lot. Now, if anything else anybody's cloudy on, bro, I got you. Like yeah, like you said, if this the time, it's cool. Like
Do y'all have any
um,
questions from what time frame? I guess you mean like what
any time
time
frame.
frame do
Like
you really
yeah,
use it
that's
on?
all on you. Like look at the time frame. Like a highway on the street. Let's say your 5 minute time frame is your fast lane. You driving on the 15 minute in the middle and you looking at the slow lane, which is the 30 minute. So you just looking at your mirrors. You looking at the five. You might execute on the 15 because you're driving on the 15. So I look at the mirror over here at the slow lane. Let me see what's cooking over here. Let me see what patterns are developing down here. I can catch it. I can catch the move. Once I'm in the 15 to 30, that's my exit. So you see the patterns. You see some patterns they start forming in the lower time frame, and they start kicking over to the higher time frame. So it depends what lane you like to drive on. So
Yeah.
you could look like Trap. He like to trade. He always say the daily, the 4 hour, and he execute on his fast lane, which would be the 1 hour. So it just depends what lanes you use to drive. Like every time frame is important. It all depends on a swing, a leap, or intraday trade. If you're gonna trade, if you're gonna trade for the day or for tomorrow, you should be looking at the 5, 15, 30, max an hour. You got no business in the day right now in the daily chart because every candle is a day. And the weekly, you're looking for a leap, a swing. All right, start from your weekly, work your way down on the higher time frame, and catch a good entry on the 1 hour. But every time frame is important. It depends on how you guys gauge your trade or what type of trader you are.
Hmm.
You like the quick money, you like to risk. All right, cool. Get on the fast lane,
Hmm.
and that's it. You driving fast, it's cool. Or if you're more conservative and your risk tolerance is a little, your threshold is not there. So I'm just looking for longer leaps. So I'm looking at the weekly. I'm looking at market structure long term. I'm looking to see where we at on those levels in the long term scheme of things, because I'm looking for a leap, I'm looking for a swing. So you got to gauge the trade for what the investment is for.
Rams.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you mentioned that volume, and I know man you talked about that in the past. Can you let the people know that's on the live about that book that you know that you got me to buy because that shit helped me a whole lot.
Word. Yeah, that's that Anna Colin book. Yo, and honestly, like, yeah, but yo, everybody give praise to Mass Street Economist, because he be putting like heavy work in there, yo, like crazy. And he's actually the one that put me on a little while already ago on that book. And he was like, yo, hit me when you read that book. So, yo, Max, if you watching, this it. You did that. Word, word. So it's Anna Colin, VPA, Volume Price Analysis. It's like a pink book. It's pink with like blue. I'll post it on the Patreon a little bit just in case, but you can find it right on Amazon. Book is gold. That book is gold. Volume is very important. Volume is very, very important. And when you're looking at volume on a daily, the volume really tells you a lot. Yeah, you could look at volume on a 15-minute. You got to be quick because them volume bars, they're quick. There's day traders out there, there's professionals out there. They quick on their feet. So remember, we competing against big smart people, big money people. Like they in and out for real. So if you think you
Mhm.
can compete against that, then all right. But that's why you want to be easy. You want to be careful. Gauge your trades. Like know what you're trading. Know why you get in. If you in a trade, you can't tell me I'm in a trade just because Ab said. Do you understand what Ab said? Do you understand why he's getting in the trade? And do you understand why he's getting out? If you can understand that, you shouldn't be jumping in that trade. Every trade you jump on, you gotta have an understanding and clear vision why it is you jumping in the trade. Don't just jump in the trade because Trap said or somebody said, because then when you're losing, you might get mad.
Mhm.
So always understand the trade, then jump in the trade. If you understand it and you with it, get on it.
And understand, I see. I think it was Shalonda. I seen she put she was taught the 9 to 21. I think most people are when you use moving averages, most people are going to come on to the 9 to 21 because investors use that because the 9 is sensitive to price action. The 21 is more balanced, but them two together identify trends and are good for entries and exits, the crossovers. That's why people like those. But it's important y'all know that too if y'all going to be using this
Word.
indicator as well. But they are lower moving averages, so just make sure you're using other confluences as well, like you stated. Um, that was good. That was fire though.
Word.
You started the zoom off with fire. Sometimes
I ain't
I'm
gonna lie, that
calm.
was good. I'm in my car. I'm about to be out. I got to do like some training and stuff. And I'm like, yo, damn. I said my name. I'm in. Let's go in the office right here.
Yeah, let's go.
Uh,
Now it's Taliesha turn. Word.
Let's go, T.
Shit. All right.
That's
Hey,
Say, what you got for us?
shoot, I don't know.
I know we gonna cook
Let's ask the
together.
people. Where do you guys want to go today? I know, first off, Rams, that was great.
Nice.
Thank you for that. And I
Nah,
think
thank you, T.
I'm surprised there's not more questions,
I'm
honestly.
surprised too. I mean,
Uh,
he explained it real good though,
he
and
did. He
it's
did.
we talk
Uh,
about it almost every Zoom how to move an averages go.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's fantastic. I know we talked about or at least you titled the Zoom about mindset. Um, and so we can go there. I know that people want to see charts and levels. We can
Yeah,
always do that.
I was fucking with you. Yeah, I was just trying to see if you had something because Rams was just going crazy, but
Oh, Rams is going
mm,
off.
I got it right now.
No, go ahead.
We
I'm
flow.
in learning and support mode today.
Oh shit. All right, but volume price analyst. Just soaking in a lot. Okay, boom. So we are going to talk about. So what is this? This Zoom. I like freestyling because I love like just what comes. I like speaking from my mind.
So can I ask a question?
Of course, Cynthia.
Okay, thank you. This is Cynthia Gwynn. I'm learning how to do options. Only been doing it after taking the course just to try it out for about 2 or 3 months. And I noticed I've been writing down my emotions, and my weakness is I double down when I'm losing instead of
You there, Cynthia? Cutting out.
I let it run.
We didn't hear a good 5 seconds.
Oh, I said that I've been doing options just for a few months so I can learn at what I um learned from the master class, options class. And I noticed with my emotions, I doubled instead of exiting when I said, okay, I'm gonna exit at 30%, let's say. I doubled down because I don't like to lose, and I stay in 60, 70%, or I go in and buy more. And I know you were saying at one point, don't go in for the falling knife. I go for it every time. So I got to practice that because I know that's my weak area.
Wow,
So
Cynthia.
any feedback is good.
That's beautiful because our minds is working together. Because before you said you had a question, I was just about to tell Talisha I'm gonna flow and I go by what he tells me to say. But I've just I seen in the Zoom about emotions, and then I went to the YouTube to my channel, and the first thing I seen was master your mindset, and then you hit me with your question. So that was good. Master your mindset, stocks and charts with Ab and Talisha. So that's good that you are well aware of how you are making these mistakes. Um we all do them. It's so one thing that Talisha suggested was you could try to change your candlestick. That'll slow down because you're probably panicking when you're seeing that red candle drop down fast. That is triggering something in your mind. So you could try changing the color of your candlestick, trend line support and resistance, buying channel, selling channels. That'll stop you from panicking. Because then you're trapping in these candles. And once they break out your range, they fall back into your next range, which will be your next support resistance or buying channel, selling channel. So I put those on to keep me calm, and the moving averages as well. I got a whole bunch of things that I use to just stop me from panicking. So if I lose my support, I know I still have another support underneath, or I might have a trend line that's diagonally, or I might have a moving average that's below. Um, you buy the strength, so it all boils down to patience, which means until you get good at controlling your mind with the stocks, you have to try not to look at them as a day trader. So a lot of us, and I used to do it when I first started, would pay attention to the chart all day because we want to learn. It's good, but it has its pros and cons. Because now if you're watching this chart all day, you're starting to build up FOMO, the fear of missing out. Now, as though I just watched this chart for 5 hours, it's like I gotta get me a trade. I gotta get me a trade. And you'll take a trade like at 3:30 or something. But a lot of it has to do with us watching the charts for so long. And then you know what happens once you watch the chart and that big, huge green candle come in or big red candle come in, what you do next? You open your brokerage account and see what your P&L is. And once you do that, that's what destroys everything. That P&L is what makes us panic. We might get out of play too early, or we might stay in too long because we're already down. So we like, wow, Cynthia, you're the first person that made me pause before I said a cuss word. But wow. Wow. That's I quit myself. Sorry. My bad. Get back in the flow app. Um, but but damn, I just gotta stop playing so much. But
Let
no,
me add
seriously,
while you're
go ahead,
thinking.
go
Let
ahead.
me add. Cynthia, the other part is you're over leveraged.
Mm,
If you cannot, and not you, anyone, if we cannot cut a losing play, it's because we have too much vested in that one play.
mhm,
Right. And so a clear sign of if your initial response is to double down, that means we are afraid of losing too much. Right. And if we're afraid of losing too much in one trade, then we're over leveraged. And so the first thing I would say, it also depends on your trading style, right? So if you're wanting to be more of a day trader, then definitely scale way, way back and focus on just the consistency of getting some small wins. If you're wanting to be more of a swing trader, long-term trader, then focus on, the one contract approach, scale way down so that if you do take an L or you do hit your threshold, you don't feel like you're blowing your account with that one trade.
Oh, okay. And what I'm finding is that, well, I'm a retiree, so I think I'm leaning more towards trying to become a day trader because I'm home, I'm looking at the charts, I find it exciting. I have the books open, and
Yep.
so I'm actually I'm trying to do too much, but I'm excited about being in a group and hearing everybody. So I'm trying to consume as much knowledge as possible. And I think I don't have the patience for the swing trade, maybe swing, but not the long term, 3, 4 months, 5 months. Like
Yeah.
Apple was in the consolidation phase for a long time. I just got annoyed and got out like maybe 2 or 3 weeks too early, and then it ran. And so I'm like, oh, I need more patience too.
Yeah, and I mean, the knowledge part is kind of a double-edged sword in trading, right? Because you want to attain the knowledge and you want to feel like you're not missing anything, but then also too much will have you all over the place. And to Ab's point, if you're in the charts all day, you're gonna find something to trade. It doesn't matter how effective the setup is, it doesn't matter. You're gonna find something, you're gonna just start clicking buttons and find something to trade. And so, part of it is, um, I think the discipline around trading is so undervalued. Um, because a lot of times I think we go in with the casino mentality, like we can just make money quick, and we forget like it's actually a profession. Like you would never go to your job and just like gamble on your deliverables or gamble on whatever you're trying to do for the day that you're hired to do. You take it seriously. And I think a lot of times with trading, it just feels like free money and it's promoted as free money. And to some extent, sure, it is. But man, the amount of discipline it requires to be consistent in doing that, and the amount of social media that misrepresents what trading is and how quickly you can win, I think messes with all of our psyche. Um, and we just take in so much information that it just kind of paralyzes us, or we take in so much information and we're doing the absolute most and we're losing either way.
I agree.
Thank you. I'm good.
Um,
Thank you both for your answers. I appreciate it.
of course, that was good. Now we go piggyback off of Cynthia. How many day traders are in here? If y'all could just, damn, you're probably not going to. Yeah, how many day traders are here? Who's a day trader and who's a swing trader? Can you tell me what y'all are?
I don't
I'm
think people know, Ab.
Nori, Nori's a day trader. If you
I'm still
trade every day, you're a day trader. Like if you get in trades and then if you get in and out of trades in a day, you're a day trader. If you're holding plays for days, weeks, months, you're a swing trader. Wait, what the fuck?
Okay, well, I'm a swing trader.
Okay.
yeah.
I'll go.
AT.
Ain't
I'm a
nobody talking.
He
I'm
said,
a
yeah, I'll
swing.
go. Okay, what up, KT?
Oh, I know that voice too.
I'm a
Yeah.
swing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm a swing and a
You
leap
got it.
because I'm still trying to learn, and then where
All
I'm
right,
at.
just a sec. Just hold on. I just hold on, y'all. All right, so mostly everybody in here is swing trader. Good. I only ask because brand builders is both. So some of us, a lot of us will probably be both. But I only asked because I did not want to see everybody say they're a day trader. Um, most of the people, so I'm not sure, but a lot of people that just start trading, like when you come into trading with the mindset of probably I want to hold long term. But then once you get into trading, you learn about day trading, you abandon that and you want fast money, or you want to see it coming fast. So a lot of day traders are a lot of times new to trading. One thing I just want to say, Cynthia, because I said it too, and it's a lot of people in here that's not going to say it as well. Just one thing you got to not one thing you have to not say is, I don't have patience. You said that, and off the rip, I already knew. Well, that's why you're trying to catch that falling knife. You don't have patience, but you basically just have to replace your trading habits from negative to positive. You need a whole new system. You basically, since I'm the type, I do what I'm not good at. I do what I lack at. I do what I don't like. You don't have patience, so that means practice patience. So now give yourself rules. Most day traders don't have rules. So now start telling yourself you only could trade this amount of time per day and per week, and start to build your patience. Because if you don't have patience, you're not going to be what do you call it? You're not going to be a profitable trader because you got to have patience. Yeah, day trading, there's some successful day traders, but the chances for us doing it is slim. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm not sure. You're probably a new trader though, just based off of the emotions that you're telling me. Most of us gonna want quick money when we just start. But I would, if you're new to trading, trade shares. If you're new to trading, trade shares. Okay, new to trading, so don't touch options. Trade shares because it will build a positive long-term approach. It'll build the mindset that will be different from someone that just hops into options because they only expecting fast money. That's all they know. When you start with the slow money, price action is going to move slow for you. Like I said last time, when you lose money, like Nvidia, if you would have had options, you probably would have got smoked today. If you had shares, you would have been like, I mean, I'm taking a little L, but this is only like 2% of my account, blah, blah. Some people even like, fuck it. It dropped good. I'm gonna buy more of it because you're doing shares. You're not, the risk isn't that high, and the price movement is slower for you versus someone in options. They got 100 contracts a piece. So they're gonna panic and stuff. The mindset is totally different. Start off with shares so you can build that positive mindset. And then start off with swing trading. Day trading is one that you don't really want to touch. That's just for gamblers. I see you, TBW.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I mean, you're right with the mindset. For me to flip how you said it, I usually said when you're buying stocks for long term, think about yourself as an investor. And when you're
Hmm.
doing tr options, then you say you're trading. I think just having those two things actually shift your mind because when you say I'm investing, it says long term. You
Hmm.
know, when you say you're trading, it says, hey, I'm trading a deck of cards. I'm playing, I know it's short term. So I always just put those two in my head. And you're right. Today, when I saw Nvidia went down, and I was like, damn, I got to get out this contract. But I say, you know what? I got some money in my buy and hold. I just bought some more. It might have moved my average up a little bit, but I got it long term. So it's like switching the caps. And you're right. Start off with those things first. Like, and it will give you that comfort even when you're trading an option because I haven't lost all my money if I if a trade went upside down because I'm an investor. I have a little bag in the back of me, or a foundation, I call it.
Hmm. Um, Trading shares the same thing as options. It's just basically in trading shares like HLT. Someone brought that up to me today. That's one thing that I started trading shares on, and that shit brought back some because I know I could understand we're going to kill the theory now. You can make money trading shares. I don't know why people say you can't. If you find the right stock, like we showed the last one we had, those ones that's just consolidating for weeks, months, all that liquidity, when they run, they run. Like Google, you seen Google was down for months. And then when it started running, because it was in the range for a while, when it started running and you own shares of Google, you got paid well this past month, August. You got paid good. The end of August paid you well. Um, you can make you can make a lot of money in shares because you can put stop loss on them as well, and you're buying a lot at once, a lot of shares. That the thing is, you just have to be comfortable. Like if I'm buying like 20 shares or 30 shares of something, I just have to be comfortable. Like, would you rather have? Okay, I already know you want to say it, but just listen. You'd rather have 70% from your options gain in a day or 2 hours, yes, you will, right? Now you do it again the next day. You want that 70%. Next day you might hit it again. Next day you might hit it again. What am I expecting the fifth day? 70%. So if I hit for 30%, what I'm going to do is start revenge trading because I didn't hit that 70%. So and then I might being 30%. Now I let it get lower because I'm waiting for it to hit 70% because now I made a target. Or I might get in a trade and it just drop low, but I'll just keep playing it because I'm revenge trading. I gotta hit
You know what? You
70%.
did it already. If I can go to the machine and get $100 bill out
That's
of the bank,
what day trading
but I
do
can't
to
get
you as
50 out
well.
of that.
That's a fact, Sharon. I said the same thing. Let me mute
Oh,
you.
that line's too long. That's all right. The line's too long.
Just you can make it short, I think. Just mute everybody.
No. I take the 50s and not the 100. Take one of the 100s out. Take one of the 100s out? Yeah. 50%? It's 250.
Yeah, 250 is all right. But try get it for 225 though. When damn, Sharon. I'm here. I'm here. Hold on real quick. Fuck. Why do I do that, bro? Sometimes I be wanting to just like, your kid do something, you tell them not to do, and just keep doing it. I be wanting to smack the back of my head sometimes. Thank you, Mozart. Revenge trading. So that's what day trading does. It makes you revenge trade. Um, because now you're setting targets. You're used to hitting that. So that 70% can get wiped out in seconds, minutes. It can get wiped out in seconds, minutes. Versus shares, I'm already used to 5% to 30%, and I'm cool with that because I might not have 100 contracts, but I might have 20, 30 contracts for this specific share. But then I got another for this specific stock, but then I got another stock that might have 30, 60 shares. So these two stocks, once they both start eating, I made up for that one contract and I didn't have to put that risk so high. So then your risk isn't that high, and then you're not used to getting these crazy numbers. You're used to getting what's better is so it's like, would you rather work a 9 to 5 or would you rather have your own business, or would you rather work a 9 to 5, or would you rather own Section 8 property? I'd rather have the Section 8 property. Why? Because when you're working the 9 to 5, you can get fired at any time. You can lose your money at any time. When I'm working this section, when I own a Section 8 property, I'm expecting and I know I will receive that check every month because it's passive income. So you gotta you got to think with the mindset of fast money is not good, but slow, consistent money is what we want. I want to be I want a stress-free trade that's not day trading. I want to be able to sleep and be like, oh shit, well, last night futures ran up. I want to be able to sleep and make money like with as little stress as possible. That's shares. That's swing trading, not day trading. Day trading is for gamblers. And that's why Robinhood promotes the 24/7 day trading market. That's why these um that's why these uh stockbrokers are starting to when you go into a stock thing, you should not be able to bet on football and basketball. That tells you a lot, day traders. They're allowing you to bet sports bet. They're allowing you to put sports bet. Um, they're mixing sports betting with the stock market. That should tell you off the rip about day trading right there. If I could place a bet on the Eagles and place a put on Apple, that something is a problem. Like that's crazy. That's wild. But that's my rant about day traders.
I think adding to that too is we tend to think that the more trades we take, the higher probability we have to win, but it's actually
Hmm.
the opposite. So the more you're in the market, you're increasing your probability of a loss, not
That's
a
fine.
win,
That's good. That was
right?
good.
So if you can really like master whatever your strategy is, if you can master that and do it in the fewer trades than more, you increase your chances of being more consistent, right? Because we're gonna lose. You can't trade without losing unless you're an actual market maker, right? Like we try to put tools in place to help us have the highest probability, but it's all probability. But the more you're in the market, the more trades you take, the higher chance you have to lose.
So that is a fact. That's why risk to reward ratio is very important, y'all.
Hey, what's
Um,
going
Exactly.
on, Ed?
I got you right now.
Look,
Wait, wait. Phoenix, I got you. Hold on, I see you. Davion, you said something?
no, that was me.
Who? I'm not
Oh,
catching it.
Virgil. What's up, Virgil?
Virgil.
Oh,
Yeah, it's me.
why am I not seeing you?
You can't see me?
Oh, all right, I got it. I had him pin. What's up, bro?
What's going on? I'm the man
Man,
trying to
Virgil's
tell
my
about.
guy. I gotta brag on
Word, I
Virgil.
haven't seen.
Virgil locked in
Is
and
this your
went
first Zoom?
crazy.
Yeah, I talked to you once. I'm usually at work, but today is my birthday, so I took the day off.
Oh,
Happy
So,
word.
birthday.
If
yeah,
y'all
I took
on
the
here,
day
he's
off.
the reason why I did Friday.
Hey,
For
it
real.
just finally worked out, man. Shoot. So she's talking about losses, man. I know I'll take some losses. I know about that. The thing is that you can't go with more you willing to lose. You got to define your risk before you enter the trade and be willing to let go. Because all traders, we all gonna take losses. That's part of it. Ain't no way you're not gonna take a loss. You're gonna take a loss. So, when you the one app said that like the best traders are like 60%. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Didn't you tell me that the best traders in the world are like
Oh, you was
60%?
asking me. They're yeah,
Yeah, I'm asking. I mean, that's what
yeah, their hit rate is
60.
like it's about 55% to 65%.
I mean, well, there you go. I mean, everything I learned, I put to the test, and I ain't found no secret formula. I mean, it's with the trade, you
Damn.
know. That's just how that. Uh, yeah. One of the best things, I'm not gonna take a bunch of time, yes, because one of the best things I got was this video, and I posted it in the chat. Y'all need to check it out. It's about 12 minutes long, and it's a old guy. It's an old video, man, but it's just so hard. Help my mind state uh, as far as being patient. Now I got a set of rules. I don't even take a trade till all those rules are, in place. And if you're getting in without rules and you don't know your exit, you're gonna do all kind of crazy shit because that's how they had the market turned up. They got it to where they take advantage of your emotions. So I mean, the only way to have control your emotions is to have an objective game plan going in before you even start the trade. You got to already know when you're gonna exit. What you're willing to risk, and that's about it. I just had that little bit to say. But I got this video, man. I got to check it out. It's 12 minutes long. It's just 12 minutes. We should play it right
Send
now.
it in the chat. Oh,
It's in the chat. I'm gonna put it in YouTube, and
um,
I'm telling you, get to the first 5, 10 minutes, and then I think that helped out more than a lot of things. But hey,
oh, okay, bet.
appreciate y'all.
Hey,
And
Happy holiday too, bro. Cause I didn't see it. I see the chat now talking about it. Happy holiday,
Yeah.
bro.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Wow. Um, Phoenix, my bad. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's Phoenix. I'm trapping for tuition in Patreon now. Um, so I did ask you last time when you were talking about. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good.
I did ask you last time when we were talking about trading shares, and I know you mentioned you had you keep in you stay in it until it's about to go in a different direction.
Mhm.
But when y'all get to the charting, can you like use an example of how you trade shares? Because I understand what you're saying, but I just like whatever any of the stocks that you're going to go through the charts, both you and Talisha. Could you
Right.
give an example of like how you would trade it as a share?
Okay, I got you. We could do it. I'm going to show you, but it's literally the same way as you would trade options. It's no different. It's just you don't. It's just the risk. The only difference between the two is the risk for the contract, the actual contract. But as far as the chart, it's the same thing. But
Okay.
we're gonna actually start getting in now. We had a good talk, but I feel as though when you I don't when you're getting on Zooms where they're constantly just giving you like price targets and contracts of what you should be in, but never talking about the risk management part, I feel as though that's a big mistake. I was gonna say that they don't care about you, but I don't want to say that. I think as though, but I do feel as though they should be thinking about the risk management part if they're gonna show you this part of the trading. So I feel as though these Zooms that we have talking about this risk management part is the most important thing. And I love for my Zooms to be filtered out. When I start seeing the numbers increase, I'll probably start saying some off the wall shit so y'all can leave. No, I'm playing. But when I really don't, when I start seeing a whole bunch of people, I want to see who's really here. So I will start getting really blunt and telling y'all how it is and probably hitting nerves just to see and show y'all that this isn't just like a gambler zone right here. I want to. So when you talk about risk management, the people that just came here for plays and stuff, they will leave because people don't like boredom. But you shouldn't be having fun in the market. You should be bored, um, because you want to be emotionless. That's the only reason why I say you shouldn't be
The
miserable,
guy,
but you shouldn't have too
yeah,
much fun because
Fred,
once
he's
you start
supposed to be
having
here
too much
today,
fun, you start
but
celebrating
I
things.
didn't realize he was
RJ,
about to move here. I
RJ,
ain't heard from
this
him,
is
but I
becoming
did
unbelievable at this point.
because he
This
said
is
he'd be
like
here
the
this
fifth
morning, but he
time
actually be
I'm
on
about to
time.
have to talk to
Because the
bro. It's
last
like
two mornings he wasn't on time, and then I said,
how
okay,
do I
between we'll go
mute?
there.
You
I'm
can make
gonna
me
go
a
there between
co-host.
11
I
and
can
12,
help
but I still
mute.
didn't hear from him.
How like I went through that. Let me see if I
I don't know.
Yes.
hmm. Talisha, we about to have to escort her out.
We need to do a whole session on where the
I
mute
just
button
had to
is,
get
maybe.
Moses.
No, for real. See, I can make you a host. I'm trying to see how to make.
Navigate it.
Matter of fact, I'm just gonna make you a host, and you could just
That's fine.
you could just fix the settings where as though we don't have
Can
to
you just
ask
get
for
this up behind
permission
my
to
neck?
share.
Okay.
If
I'll
I
play
was
around with it. Let me see.
if I was uh RJ would
RJ, can you
definitely
go
be
on
the
mute,
first
please?
person that we remove. And I can't mute her. Mm, all right.
This is what I do to students when they're not paying attention.
What would you do?
Call them out.
Oh, yeah, same word. Yeah. All right. Where we at? All right, we about to start the charting session. God damn it, RJ. Just mute everybody.
It's not even giving me the option for that.
It's not giving me the option no more neither. I only
Yeah,
can
it's
mute
all
me.
good. We'll have to navigate through it, but yeah.
I'm about to block her. I'm about to chat her and give her a long paragraph about herself. Nah, but
And I
all right,
do
let's
know, I
go.
mean, just to throw it out there,
I know
I
she's
do
not paying
know
attention.
that people call in multitasking, and that's fine. And sometimes, when you're switching like from your phone to your car, your AirPod, whatever, Bluetooth picks up and all that stuff, and it triggers the mute button. But as
Mm,
much as you can, just know like how many people are on here right now? 70 people
70.
all trying to listen, and so it does disrupt everyone else. Um, when we have to stop and mute, or you're talking,
Facts.
having a whole conversation about something else.
Facts. And it throws me off. I just
Yeah.
start, yeah, it throws me off bad. I start playing or some shit. But all right, now
At least
I
they
guess
order bacon
so.
cheeseburgers.
And I guess, okay, RJ, muted yourself. I see you. You
I
there
muted
now.
her. I muted.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
it lets me do it now.
All right, bet. All right,
Yeah.
so boom. Y'all can start putting, we're gonna do what we did last time. We're probably gonna hop back and forth. I feel like I'll do, all right, so everybody drop down, Freddie. All right, we're not doing PWR because he dropped it before I got to say what I wanted to say. Fuck that. Say nah. But everybody drop in the chat the yes we cuss in this Zoom. Everybody drop your stock that you're in or that you have questions about because you potentially want to get in. Just drop flood this shit. You are and then three. I'll do three stocks and showing my chart, and it'll be my input, Taliesha input. Then she'll do three, showing her chart. I think we should do something like that. Three
That
don't got to
works.
be the set number, but something like that though.
That works. Someone on your YouTube asked if what we were sharing was our opinion or if it was based on something. And I wanted to add that before we get into the charts. And I'll speak for myself, and I think Ab would echo, but whenever you're listening to someone else give levels, it's always filtered through their bias and their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's important to learn charting yourself and to study the charts yourself.
Thanks.
However, through practice, there are objective parameters you can use to share information. So, like, my study is in ICT, SMT, whatever you want to call it. I follow institutional algorithmic flow, right? So, the principles around where liquidity is are found in fact and study and probability and all of that stuff. It's high probability, but when I'm reading price, it's always going to be filtered through what I see, and I may miss something, right? Or I may misread something. And so just know that is that whenever someone is giving a level or sharing a chart, it's always going to be filtered through their own lens and bias. So
Mm-hmm.
as much as we try to be objective, that's just how it is because we're human. So just know that as well.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So yeah, Talisha did ask me. I do agree, but just yeah, when I give levels and stuff, they gonna hit. That's a fact. It
Oh,
is
my
my
levels
opinion.
be on
They gonna
point
hit though.
too. Yeah,
Now I
my levels
know.
be on point
I
too.
know. I just had to speak
Just
for
for the folks
myself.
that you know.
I had to make sure that we got it straight about me because I am an indicator. You hear me?
I feel
All
it.
right. All right. So we're gonna do. Damn, I ain't want to do Freddie, but I'll be nice. Say no. We're gonna do PWR. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Ab. We can see your screen. All right, back. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Wait, why is my thing white? Is this? No, this isn't me. Fuck. I didn't even. All right, hold on real quick. Time out. I got y'all, but just a sec. I don't know. Well, I don't think I signed in because this isn't my laptop. Oh, yo, and this laptop is touch, so I could hit the lines. Yeah, this shit about to be, and I could draw. Yeah, right. This isn't my screen though. What the fuck? Why is
Did you
this
just figure out that it's touchscreen?
on? Nah, but no.
Now you sound like
This
Trap.
isn't my laptop. This isn't mine. I'm using somebody's laptop. But why the fuck can I get my? I need my Bear with me. I need. Wait, app nonsense. Where's my?
If you don't mind me get a question in while I'm trying to
Of
figure
course.
that out.
Fuck is
Has
my?
there ever been a time, right, when you got out of a play because it hit your, let's say your risk ratio, right? Or your exit if you were to take a loss. And then you would say either you re-enter at a lower price or when you realize it got back to your entry price, do you enter back again? Do I get, or it's better if I give numbers?
I have. I've gotten out
Oh,
and I've gotten out, taken an L and got back in.
okay. Because I took a L on a play last week and I was like, all right, it went down $200 because I kind of have my limit at how much I want to risk. And then it came back to what I bought in at, and I was like, should I just forget that nigga and then move on, or just buy it back again because I saw it was a good setup, you know? So I was
Yeah, because
kind
your
of,
analysis can be right, but your entry just off, you
or
know?
something happened in the market and she'll flip up everything.
Sure, sure.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I've done that
I just want
before.
to know, is me alone felt that way? It happened, and I'm be like, yo, am I the only one feeling these kind of emotions?
Got it. But did you answer his question? I'm sorry, I was out of it just now. I was trying to fix this. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, she
Okay,
said there was other persons who felt the same way too. I saw
perfect.
KT technical was shaking his head and Ram was shaking his head. So I just want to know I ain't alone in this, you know.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm
Now you
still trying to
good.
creep. So
And so I got everything to work. My bad for those 2 minutes. We're just gonna blame Talisha because this layout that I got, she has showed me how to do how to change my layouts and stuff. And I was on the layout that I had from a previous Zoom and it wasn't my official layout. So but now I fixed it on my own and we're back to my layout that I wanted. Um so yeah, here we go. All right, boom. Always gotta find somebody to blame. All right. How y'all feel? Cause we about to get in the chart. So I gotta check the temperature. How y'all feel? Cause I care about how y'all feel. I don't want to just be just strictly charts. How y'all feel? Y'all feel incredible like me? Okay, good.
Incredible.
Nobody responded. So yeah, I'm just
Nah,
talking.
I'm feeling great.
Okay.
I just can't believe you just lied like that. Like you care about everybody's
Whoa!
feelings, though.
Oh shit!
Hey.
Damn. Did you ever find out how to remove people yet, Talisha?
Yep, I got you.
Damn, that's crazy. Because I really wasn't lying. She really showed me this layout, but I just put her on. I mean, it wasn't her fault, but
No, first
Nah,
rule of
I was talking about
taking full
the caring about
responsibility.
everybody's feelings part. That's what part of you was lying
oh
about.
shit.
You don't care about
Damn.
nobody's feelings.
Me?
Flush
Shit.
KT. Flush KT.
Astaghfirullah. Yeah.
I know I need the flush.
Damn. All right, boom. So we're gonna try everybody's stock besides KT. So here we go, y'all. So what I'm showing right now is Bitcoin. Y'all gonna be confused. Let me take away some lines real quick because I want everybody to see this. Because I used to and this is for Virgil too, and he made me jump back into
I
the
knew you
chart.
was baiting me. I knew you was baiting me. I think he's baiting
Yeah,
with this bit.
he made me get back into the chart to see
Uh,
um fuck. He made me get back in the chart. What the hell did I just do? Back into the chart to see where Bitcoin was at. I don't know what I just did. Um, bro. All right. Fuck, man. Talking so much shit. Yeah, this isn't it. What the fuck did I just do? Oh, all right, bet. All right, so I don't know what I did, but so the fuck. Yes. All right, so this is Bitcoin. So I used to state in the previous Zooms, probably like 2 months ago, it's been a minute, that Bitcoin will make the first move before the market makes the moves. Kind of like how we were backed by gold. Like Bitcoin, where does the money go? The big money. Do you believe it goes into gold or does it go into cryptocurrency? Okay, cool.
I think. Oh, you talking to me?
Oh, I was just speaking to the
Oh, oh,
masses. Anybody?
oh, okay. Well, I think it goes into all assets. When the
Mhm.
money prints, they just buy assets in general, whether it be real estate, gold, Bitcoin,
Where do you think
whatever.
the government is parking their money? Same thing? Hard assets or cryptocurrency?
I don't think the government got no money. I think
Huh?
they sell credit.
I can't hear you, bro.
I said
Yeah.
I don't think the government got no money. I think they sell credit.
Okay. So where do you think? No, go ahead.
I just said I don't think the government has any money. I think they sell credit.
Hmm.
We're a credit based system. So with Bitcoin, you're looking at something that's not credit based. It's an algorithm. That's why I like it. It's an algorithm. It does have a lot of manipulation. It features manipulation. So
Hmm.
I'm looking for some people scared of red candles. I like red candles. They go faster. They go down faster. You get your money quicker. It's directional. You know where it stops at. But you go ahead. Let me see what your analysis is on Bitcoin. I like it right here. I feel like if MicroStrategy gets added to the S&P 500,
Hmm.
then we can see all-time highs. Maybe uh, because you think if MicroStrategy makes the S&P 500, and you got ES pretty much is going to be a part of ES. I mean, that's just passive inflows. This dude can just buy as much Bitcoin as he wants. Don't go buy MicroStrategy because he could be selling Mister and buying Bitcoin, and you ain't gonna be getting your gain. So you get you some Bitcoin or iBit or whatever. But if it don't get added, then they're gonna take it down to 99, 100. Those are my levels. I want to see what you got to
So
say.
my whole thing is flow. Where's the flow going? The like the M2, like money market and stuff like that. The flow is going to crypto, Bitcoin. You could see China, Russia, of course the US and stuff like that. Everybody's been running park their money where in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is where most of the money is at currently. We are moving into we're abandoning the dollar slowly but surely. It's falling. We all know this, no secret. A lot of countries abandoning our currency. They don't want no parts of our currency. Um, so Bitcoin, I always, not always, but recently, these past few months, I just been watching the flow of Bitcoin, and it tends to make the move before the market as a whole makes the move. So just watch it on your own and make your own uh analyst as you want. Long story short, a few months ago, I was stating a pattern that Bitcoin probably could do. This is the ABC pattern. So basically, I want to look at where my A is. I want to hide some lines so you guys don't get completely confused. But in order to, oh, now, Talisha, how I do that layout thing?
Click on
That's
where your mouse is. Nope, go up. Uh, go down, like three down, one right there. And then
okay.
you can hide.
Oh, bet. Thank you. So, just gonna hide everything. All right, so A is going, that's, fuck, brush. Why I got so much shit? I'm trying to hide my trend lines because I think that's what's going to bother y'all. I wanted it to be as clear as possible. Let me move those horizontal lines too. Doing all this shit. I need this. I don't want to take too much. So A, resistance is right here. 113 was the resistance that I had for Bitcoin before it ever broke it. I was saying the A pattern would be down, of course. Support at that time was 98,000. It was around there, 97,000 some change, I believe. Or 98,460 I had. We bounced. We broke through resistance, all-time high. This is when I was stating about 3 months ago, the B pattern would form. So this is the B pattern. and now the B pattern formed and it was confirmed, it played out, and then we hit all-time highs. We was at like 100 and we was running like 120 something. I said Bitcoin will fall. It like it was playing a lot of games, but now we see it was consolidating because it would fall, but then it'll go back up, smack a new all-time highs, and so did the market. But we didn't really do nothing. They were fake outs, fell rallies, and now we got our new resistance. And now this is the C pattern playing out. It isn't confirmed yet until it hits my AVWAP at 100,079, which it should. Um, Bitcoin could possibly bounce at 108. I have levels that I'm watching right now to see how it reacts, and then I'll take that and look at the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq as well. 109, 109. So I got 109 to 108. If it loses 108, then I will be looking for that 100 to play out. But of course, you got to take out that tough area at 105. But I say that to say, you see how Bitcoin pulled back. What has the market done these past 2 weeks? So this is 3 weeks that it's been falling. Um, Bitcoin, the market, the same thing as well. So we're looking for a further decline if we can't get a bounce here at this 10900. Um, so this is called the Elliott wave count. If y'all um, don't know, you got to go on YouTube. There's a whole bunch of, you don't solely just go off of this count though. I used my moving averages with the support resistance, trend lines, and all that stuff. So the reason for me showing y'all is there's a potential that we might get a temporary bounce because I don't think this is a true bounce here. Temporary, the market can bounce a little bit, but I do think the market might create a lower high and send us down a little more so we'll probably experience another 2 weeks of pullback. Just so you guys are aware to try to calm your nerves a little bit. Don't expect it to be over with just yet because there's a chance, a possibility, which I see, that we could possibly pull back for another 2 weeks. Um, and then we can go right into you. I know you got something, Virgil. Go ahead.
Me? Oh, on that? Oh, I do have something, but it's out there. I was looking into with Bitcoin. I was looking into two things. I was looking at correlation with IBIT. You know, if you go to IBIT's chart, you can see you got a big gap in price right around I don't know, about 8% down, about the same amount down where you would be at 99,000. So I mean, it's just a good place to look at 99,000. You know, if it was at 99,000, I would buy a little bit there. Um, all I, all my Bitcoin purchases now they tend to be long term. So even if I'm looking at uh, buying something, it's going to be a leap or something.
Mhm.
Now the only other thing I've seen is I was looking at the options market. I look in the options market a lot, and I look how the dealers position a lot in the options market. And the dealers is actually positioned on in a way that's less volatile going into quarterly expiration, which is I find that odd. I would think the people who sold options contracts would have a little bit more volatility in their positioning, but they're actually low gamma, and so I don't know. I really right at this point I'm watching like everybody else. You know, it's a crucial point right there. I don't have a whole lot of insight. I think the 50-day moving average is around there somewhere, isn't it? The 50-day. Where is it at on your chart?
The 50 day?
Yeah.
I don't use the 50 day. I'm not sure. I will have
You
to
don't
go
use
on.
50-day moving average?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Mm,
mean, I think it's right on top of the 50 or somewhere around there. But I
It
don't really have a
was
whole lot.
moving
I'm seeing
averages.
that and watching.
The 50 day
Right now,
would be, you said what? 50
I
day.
said right now in the market, I'm just not a buyer. I'm just going to wait. You
And
know,
yeah.
on most things until after Paul Winchell. I can't see the market doing anything until the Fed actually going to cut rates and they're going to give their economic projections going forward. Because this FOMC meeting actually they do the economic projections on this meeting, so they're going to be looking forward and they're going to be giving guidance. And so I wouldn't be buying anything. I don't know how anybody's buying any contracts. It made no
I
sense to
don't.
me. So,
All right.
uh,
So
so just give me.
it's
I'm
so
sorry.
look, just so you know, uh this is a I don't want to say right. This is a godly Zoom. We don't lie, and we are very truthful on here. You speak your mind on here. I don't care
Yeah.
how anybody perceive it. But seriously though, for real, say exactly what you want to say. Because I
No,
am, but I agree with you. Like I haven't brought anything, and I think it's been about two, almost 3 months now. I would say almost 3 months. But it's for not. So I'm talking about. You talking about shares? You talking about options?
I'm talking about if you get into a swing play right here,
Like
I
long
wouldn't be getting
swings
into. Yeah, like if
or
you
for
in and out,
calls?
you see a quick opportunity, you see a market inefficiency pop up, you see something where it shouldn't be, and you can get some quick money. Like for me, I really don't label myself as a day trader or a swing trader. I invest. If I see something out of whack, if I see them slipping, I'm gonna go ahead and capitalize. I'm a market opportunist. I ain't got no labels. That's just how I am. I can't live with it. I see something and if I see they slipping, I'm gonna get my money. That's what it's about. Uh, but I wouldn't be buying anything, 3 months from now because you're liable to get a better opportunity. Maybe not, but you're liable to get a better opportunity, in a few weeks. So what you're gonna do is get chopped up right here. They're gonna chop you up.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna burn
and
theta
the,
in contract.
let me
That's
see.
all you're gonna do. You can get a better opportunity. And
I
so
I
that's
agree. I agree. I agree. I'm
so
trying to. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
no, that's how I got. I'm good.
Damn, you hit that round point. Cause I'm trying to. I think it was 2 months ago. I had stated no more swing like calls, long term calls. I only been doing puts, and I haven't been winning on those. I've been losing, so I just stopped trading altogether. I've been chilling actually. That's why I mean I have my other reason why I haven't been in the chat, but I've been chilling for the most part. I haven't been forcing no trades, but back to damn, what was it? It was 3 months ago. Toronto going to lose a breakdown. That's been confirmed bearish inside. So 3 months. So 3 months I haven't took call option trade, like a swing, a real swing. And I had stated the last one was a 596 call 3 months ago. And we hit
So
on that. After that, no, go ahead, bro.
so as I play my long calls or if I buy a call option, I got an intended target. So if it hits that target, I'm out to play. I'm not waiting around. I'm not waiting for a 300 4% gain. I'm looking at the next swing high. If I'm getting in the call, like what's where they're gonna comes into your plans. What you risking, what's your risk reward, right? You're trying to how far you expect that stock to swing. What's your ATR? I got this whole list of things I go through. So I'm not going to be jumping in anything
16.
until after they do what they do. They got quiet witch in it, and it's so that uh, for instance, the S&P, whenever they add these new companies coming up today or the next few days, then they're going to get rebalanced on quiet witch, and they're going to rebalance those companies. So it's going to be some selling, it's going to be some volatility. You're going to have opportunities. And so I'll wait until we get on a weekly or monthly level
Hmm.
before I execute something long term. If I'm looking at long term leap, I'm looking at the monthly structure. I'm not looking at the daily structure. I'm looking at where we at on a month. We at where we at in a year right now. If you was building a candle, what do? We open, we low, we high. So the rest of the year is going to close. The candle going to close. As the candle closes, it's going to leave a wick on the top. So right now we got to make that wick, and we're going to close inside the bottom. You already made our highs. I mean, that's just me. You might get
Hmm.
the December rally, the Christmas rally. It might be a little something left in the tank, but shoot, everything that's done happened didn't happen. It didn't happen already. And shoot, that thing done blew up.
So,
I mean,
all right, so
that's
I agree with everything you said. So the most important thing that what I really want to stay on that he said real quick is the cause. Who just called me? So It was 2 months ago. So my last trade was actually the 608 610 call. So 2 months ago, I stayed in no call positions for me. For now, I'm bearish short term. Um, so but I still believe that it's not a market for us to be trying to get into swings or buying shares, to be honest. Because about 2 months ago, we was at, let me see, about, was it 2 months? 2 months ago, where was SPY at? Uh, well, we can go even 3 months ago. SPY was around 600 3 months ago. Where is SPY now? SPY is like at a 640 or 650, 650, something like that,
Hmm.
right? Really didn't want to click on it. All right, 645. So SPY hasn't we've been moving, but honestly, the move's been you go up, hit resistance, and it seems like you're flying, you'll come back down to support. So it feels like you're falling. You'll go back up, break to all-time highs barely, and then come all the way back down to the floor. So it seems like you're falling, then you go up. So we've been kind of in this range for months. You see, like we haven't really gone nowhere until this September month is when we broke out. Other than that, the 649 and 649 to 635. We've been in this range since August 11th. We've just been playing this tight range. So it hasn't been really the risk hasn't been worth playing to the upside at all in this market for the past few months. So a lot of people will get smoked. You got to take your profits quick. And them swings in this volatile market, the market is trying to process what Trump is saying now. So we're starting not to move as bad to we're starting not to react too much to what he says, but there's still times where we overreact and it could just make your whole play, your setup fall apart. This isn't a market where you should be dollar cost averaging or buying the dip right now. Right now is a market where you learn your patience, and that's by not taking trades or taking as few trades as possible. I literally don't even I barely take a trade unless I put in a put, and my put's been even losing lately. So it came to a point when I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna put my trading on freeze. I won't take a trade. I'll just study the charts, and that's where I've been at right now because I could take it'll get to the point where now this type of market makes me want to have to day trade. And whenever I get to the point where I feel like I have to day trade, I just won't trade. Because my swings, like this type of market, if you swinging, you want to swing like a week. You don't really want to be too far out. Because the shit is just
You take a look at
it's
the VIX.
nasty
The VIX is,
consolidation.
you look at the VIX, and you see the VIX ain't got no volatility to it, so we ain't trending. The VIX is just what
Hmm.
at 20 or so. I mean 16. It's been low. I mean
Yeah.
and a lot of the main stocks like Palantir and Nvidia, they rolling over. Then you got Google and this running, Amazon running. So you got this rotation that's going on, from one stock to another. But you know, yeah, it's just real choppy right now, and you
Yeah.
got to pick your plays, and you got to be in and out. Uh, I mean, you can wait. I'm not bearish on the market. I'm not bearish. I think I think we in uncharted territory. The way Trump, this is Trump's market, however he doing or whatever. Hell, September usually worse than this. I mean, I'm surprised it's this mild so far. So uh, I'm not bearish at all. I'm long term bullish. I like to be bullish, but I'm gonna be using caution until I see some levels that I think are appealing because you just don't want to be jumping in stuff just to be jumping in it. There's gonna be opportunities, always opportunities in the market.
Agree. So, bullish on the market. So, so be careful, y'all. Personally, me, this isn't a buying market. We, uh, we will have our blow off top phase that will be completed by the end of October. And like I said, after that last rally, I'm just preparing myself for a dark Christmas. I just think the bear market will be coming. I think this will be the last one that we have for a little bit, and then we'll November you'll start to see a nasty sell off. I believe that'll trigger off the decline. We hit like that 15% mark, then that's a baby bear market kick in. We start panicking, flushing more. Fed step in. We get our first cut around Christmas. Um, Recession by the end of the year, and it gets worse than where we're at now. But of course, we will recover and go higher. But I'm short term bearish, though. Long term
So,
overall, of course, I'm bullish
so Ab, do you think a rate cut? You think that's a bearish phenomenon or is that a
for
bullish
sure.
phenomenon?
For sure.
Is that bearish or a rate cut? I mean, when they're cutting rates, is that bearish or bullish? I mean, how you feel about that? I mean,
If
what's your experience, your
with
actual
with
experience?
with this environment, I say I can't tell you with this environment. With this environment, the rate cut for me will be bearish, but I can't tell you for sure because this is Trump tariff. So it's different. Rate cuts in general should be bullish though.
I think what we're seeing though is the anticipation of a rate. Like we're seeing the bullish impact of a
Mm-hmm.
rate cut now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the anticipation is what's running this market up still. And
Facts.
so I think once the rate cut happens, then we're going to see a sell-off
That's a
because
fact.
the
Now,
economy is going to start showing the data is going to start
The
catching up
facts.
to all the other stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
So like what we're seeing now is the anticipation of a rate cut, which is
Mm-hmm.
why bad news is kind of bullish right now
Mm-hmm.
because the thought is the more bad news, the higher probability he's going to cut rates.
Mm-hmm. I
I
agree.
think whether or not he cuts rates or not, we're still going to have a bearish end of September into going into October.
see
Mm-hmm.
now, now this rate cut scenarios, it's like it's a lot trickier and sneakier. Like we've been running up the whole time rates been high. Think about it. I mean, the rates have been high. We haven't cut rates. They've been high and they've held them. And we had a run up while the rates are high. And now they're going to cut rates and we're supposed to go up somewhere. No, I mean, it's actually the reverse. They cut rates because the economy is in trouble. They don't cut rates just to get free up
Yeah.
Exactly.
money.
Yeah, it's a bearish
Exactly.
So
thing.
it's a
And
bit.
Virgil, I'll say this to you because I know the style of trading you've been learning as well. But go look at the candle. Look at how a candle is made. We've already
Mhm.
printed the candle for the year,
Yeah.
right? We
I,
already had our open low. Now we're running high, and then we're going to come to close. So we've already printed the candle.
well,
It's just
see now,
picking up that top 50% of it.
see now we get to the heart of why Trump wants to cut rates early because he doesn't want the economic fallout. He wants money to be in the system before things go bad, so he can get a little more runway. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's kind of it's kind of a different situation, you know, because I remember last time they started raising rates in the market, we was in a low rate environment, and they started raising rates, and I'm like, oh shoot, man, things are gonna be bad, you know, the stock market's not gonna do good, and everything started running, and I'm like, well, hold up, he's raising rates and everything's running, then they cut rates and everything falls flat, and it's kind of like this delay. What Trap say that the market in the economy are cousins. You know, they're not exactly the same, but they run close together. I think it's interesting just to, if you study the
Yeah.
economic cycle
Very
and,
interesting.
and what the interest rates actually do, and what and how that affects gold prices. Gold is going up right now. I mean, because the anticipation of a rate cut. That's that's interesting. You know, what's that going to do to home prices? And loans, how much money is going to be in the system, where people are going to start spending more. And when people start spending more, then we get the bull market back. But the initial impact is like you said, AB, that you didn't think they was going to cut rates. What if they don't cut rates? That's an option on the table. What if he says, hey, we're not, we're going to hold and we're only going to do 0.25%. So there's a lot of uncertainty baked in the next couple of weeks.
That's a fact.
I,
I
I'm,
agree
I'm, I'm
with
quiet.
everything. Um, Fuck. All right, we about to get into the charts, but um, that was good, Virgil. That was good, Talisha. My name is Ab to everybody out there. Virgil just made a mistake. It's AB, everybody, not AB. But
Yeah, man. I had
and
to
another
tell Trap
thing
that he
is
had to straighten that
so
out.
one
I'm
thing
sorry.
PBW.
Yeah.
I'm just playing, bro. But we're about to get a little more serious though. We're about to tap in because it's 150 now. But one thing is, bro, I know the Zoom didn't just kick me off. What the fuck just happened? Why am I the oh no it didn't kick
We
me
Now
still
off.
you
see you,
still
Mark. Are
here.
you
You
frozen?
still here.
Still
You
I'm
here.
still
back.
here.
Man, I started panicking and shit. And y'all see me panic and y'all ain't
Yo,
say
you was
it.
about to start throwing
Y'all
shit
crazy.
across the room, right?
I was about to start. Y'all was like, oh, that's not
Hey,
Abby.
we was gonna watch
I
and
was about to
enjoy the
start
show
saying what the
too.
fuck. But all right, so boom. All right, I honestly think we ain't getting no rate cut for September. Sorry to hurt all you guys' feelings in here, but that's it's just my opinion. But we'll revisit this next month. We're not. I don't believe we get a rate cut this month at all. So be prepared for the market to give you some blood um in September. Yeah, that's it. September might hold up a little bit just for the anticipation, but then once y'all see we're not getting the cut, the market will fall. And then yeah, I go on my YouTube. I got how I believe things play out. But let's get into the charts now. PWR. All right. So PWR for me, I believe PWR is pulling back. I don't believe it's bearish yet. We got 100 bouncing. On a weekly, we are retesting the 20-day moving average right here. What is the 20-day? Pull back in the uptrend. It's holding right now. We're getting a nice bounce. We had a doji candle. We don't know who's won it for sure. 5-day moving average, thick orange line. So we are pinned in between the 5-day and the 20. The 10-day is the green that's above. Right now, I would say um, I can't say who's in control because this is a pullback right here. We could bounce at this 361.50 on PWR or hold this level. That is good. But the what we really want to break above is the 390.25 in order to see some upside. Um, like so the risk wouldn't make sense until you're above 390.25, and then you could possibly target that 415 or 420 area as long as you're holding 360.50 though. But right now you're flirting with that 361.50. So right now it's more so it's a lot of consolidation. This is a watch list play for me right now. Just trying to look at the monthly. I normally look at the weekly and down, but if we're at the monthly, so if the weekly is all the way to its like last moving average, and then that which is the 20-day right now, they're showing me like the closest moving average, which we could possibly lose. I'll look to see which moving average is below that. And since there isn't one close to the below that 20 on the weekly, I gotta go to the monthly to see which one is close to that 20 on the weekly. So the one that's close is the 10-day, which is at 331. I don't see that. Um, But I mean, I don't want to say I don't see that because we got a decline of 5-day moving average. So 331 is the 10-day. So then I'll go back to the weekly and see, okay, if we lose 361.50, we should fall. Shit. We lose 330. Damn, we could see 330 area. So right now, this play here for me is more, it's a wait and see. It needs to break above 390.25. I don't The risk it's already so it had a nice pullback, 421. If it holds this 360.50 area and my 5-day moving average straightens out a little bit, it could push up. But right now,
I
this
don't
is
even want
just
to hit anybody.
this hold
That
on,
shit
shit, to
depressing
you.
me. For knowing
This is
how old
just
I'm getting. I know. I don't know. No, I
this.
don't want to. I'm at them. Listen, I ain't doing that. Don't even want
All
my
right,
money.
Talisha.
Don't do it.
I
I'm
hope.
staying on that.
Let me see how I move this.
I had to step away. Hold sec. I got it.
Okay.
All right, I'm
He is,
back.
he is going off, and he ain't with
Yeah,
that shit at all.
going off.
They better stop playing with him. Uh, so Freddie, yeah, this is consolidating this range, and this is a watch list play. I wouldn't make a move on this right now. I would just chill for the most part. Talisha, what's your input on this? Yeah, I know you can pull up. Well, actually, I'm gonna stay. I know you can pull up your chart on your phone or something. 'Cause I know you look at the charts different from me. I need to delete this thing.
I've never looked at power before. Let me pull it up and see.
Okay. Yeah, this is more. Not bad. I think I did, but I never really truly examined it.
All right, so share my screen. Let's see what the chart is telling us. Okay, so as you guys know, I like to start at the highest time frame and just see what price is looking like. And what I'm doing is like, I just start looking for any imbalances just on the highest time frame. And the reason why I do that is because you, I'll come back to it in a minute, but I was going to show you ES, like you can look at imbalances that April 7th tested that were from like 2023, right? So it's just, again, just super accurate in how the market responds. So I'm going to start marking this up. I won't narrate it all just for the sake of time, but this is an order block. So I do expect price to come and retest this at some point. I want to see where we're at in our, remember I talked about last time how price moves from premium to discount, discount to premium. So I want to see where we're at there. Let's see. So we have a gap here. So this is where I start to build confluence. So I have, it's actually a monthly gap. The higher time frame, the gap, the stronger it is as a draw on liquidity. So what I've done so far is I've just said, okay, where is price at currently? Are there any major imbalances on the higher time frame? This is a 3-month order, a quarterly order block. So I know that that's a high magnet for liquidity as well. And we're currently in premium above the 50%. So I'm looking for what's going to be a draw to get price back down to discount because remember, price moves up and down all the way. Even if it's in a trend uptrend, it's still moving up and down to get there, right? So this is starting to give me confluence because I'm in discount. This 61.2 is an optimal level to buy in. I have a void right here. I have an order block here. So now I'm like, okay, this is becoming a magnet for price to come back to. And I just keep going down my time frames to see what else could potentially set me up. So I have another void here right at about the discount, a gap. A void is just a gap. Another one right here on the weekly. So right now, this is bearish. We're breaking down structure on the weekly. We're definitely breaking down structure on the daily. I do like to use this market structure indicator because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And it just calls out. And I like Rams's too. This one is just a little bit more discreet. But either of them to show me what I'm missing or making sure I'm seeing what I want, what I need to see. And so now I'm looking for, are there any areas price can get to that looks like a strong magnet? This right here is what we would call relative equal lows. So already I'm like, okay, price is likely going to get back to this level somewhere in here, which is right below discount. So I can see we're definitely bearish. I want to see how we start closing. I have another void up here, a daily one. So this is where I start to form a bias and I say, okay, the chart is telling me I'm bearish. I know price wants to make its way down to discount. Where are my stops along the way? So now I'm looking here and I'm saying, okay, well, if we close below this imbalance, then I'm going to go get some more. If we close below this imbalance, I'm going to go get some more. I would not go long in this, at least until we get down to this. I'd want to see if we close below 365.03. If we close below, let me make sure my level's right. Hold on. Let me see where we are here. Yeah, okay. So I want to see if we close below 365. I guess it was 63. If we close below this here, then I have a high degree of confidence that we're going to go down somewhere in here. So I would say it doesn't look like it's going to shoot back up anytime soon. If it does, it will likely be a failed swing like we're seeing here. We did get this higher high. That could be a magnet for price. So I could see a run back up here to this 398 level, but ultimately the chart is bearish, and I think price is wanting to seek more sell side liquidity, which is down here. Um, but it's been super bullish, so it looks like I mean, I don't know anything about the company fundamentally, but from a chart standpoint, it's had a lot of bullish flow, which is good. It's just a matter of, are we going to create another yeah, see, we've already broken that current trend. Are we going to create another lower low here and keep going? And at what point are we going to do that? And liquidity tells us that story. So that's what I would say. Right now, it looks like I want to see if it closes below 365-ish. If it closes below that, I think we got 336. We close below 336. I can see 325. And then below that, getting down here to the 300-ish area. To the upside, I'd want to see closure above 388 before I feel bullish on this.
Boom. That's PWR. We are, yeah, we both got that 330 level. If you start losing, so you got 365, I got 361.50, and the potential bounce area at 346. Um, but yeah, PWR, I don't know. It's in a range. It's at an area
Mm-hmm.
right now, and you just gotta wait and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really state that one right there. That's a tricky one. So open, justly. Let's see, open door technologies. Y'all giving some ones I've never heard about. Good.
Let's
Never heard of this one.
see.
$6.81. Uh,
Open.
they got the 200-day moving average on it. That's good.
Are you
Yep.
sharing? Here, let me stop so you can pull up yours, Ab.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't
There
even
you go.
realize what it's saying. Oh, all right. This is my monthly that I'm looking at. IPO. I don't know nothing about the stock, so I'm looking. I'm gonna add an AB walk on here. Which one is it again? No, it's not. What is, no. Damn, where's my AB? Okay. It should be right there. There you go. All right. I'm gonna anchor all-time highs. Body or above that. Um, breaking above that. $8.24. I'm looking to see where we could reject that. Candles bounce off candles, so candles gotta reject off candles. Um, and I only use the body of the candles. We're on the monthly, so we only need one candle. When you got two candles, that means that's really a key area. We are rejecting our current area right now, so we can see a pull. Look at that, right on a dime. So we can see a pullback at $6.90. If we keep rejecting that area right there, we can see a pullback to $5.20. That's the 5-day moving average, but the 5-day is rising up. Monthly look good, weekly looks good, daily looks good. The moving averages are close to each other. They're just getting off the floor. Looks like this breakout is just starting. If we get a pullback to the $5.20 area and start bouncing, this is a good stock here. 689, and then I got $8.30. This is bullish because all I gotta do is go on the monthly, weekly, and daily, and I could tell it's bullish. The lower time frame should be following the same thing. Um, bullish. Lower time frame is just gonna tell me like, if I go on the hour, I'll be able to know if that pullback is coming, like I said. And we can still run. We're starting to get far from the moving averages, but we're not too far on the hourly. We could break out here. This is nice. I like this stock. I would wait for a pullback. I wouldn't get in here because we're at resistance. So you want to see that $5.75 to $5.20. Want to see um wicks or just the candlestick. You want it to be a bullish candlestick. You want to see buyer step in. We don't buy the dip. We buy the strength in the dip, and that just means you'll know when the stock is ready, when it's breaking out of the consolidation to the upside. You should have confluences that tell you should understand the structure, should understand candlesticks to an extent. You don't gotta know the names of them, but you should know like, okay, this is one thing I want to say with NVIDIA. If y'all are starting to get into trading, y'all need to understand what did NVIDIA print on. I was bearish on the video last time we was on this Zoom. I believe Taliesha was too as well. So the video, this is what it printed. Let's see, where is that? What was it? The daily or weekly? It printed a candle that I didn't like.
I haven't been bullish on Nvidia in weeks.
Yeah, the video been okay. It was the weekly. This is why I knew to leave the video alone. So this was last week. This is how it closed. What is this candle pattern? This is very basic, simple trading. This is a bearish hammer candle that NVIDIA printed, and it was a big one. This is how we closed last week. Expect us to gap down. That's what happened this week. You shouldn't be shocked on why we gapped down. And we gapped right under the 10-day moving average. What is the 10-day moving average? It's the short-term trend. So we're below the 10-day moving average. So that means a new short-term trend is beginning, and that's a bearish short-term trend. And what is the 5-day moving average doing? It's declining hard. We've been rejecting it. This 5 days, the thick orange one. But this hammer candle is all I needed to see on a weekly. When it's on the smaller time frame, that's okay. But something like the weekly is really big. That's crazy. Um,
And even if you don't understand candle shapes or candle terminology, just look at it in relation to the previous week's candle. We closed below the halfway mark. So if you see that previous week candle, we are well below halfway of the candle. So that also is like if you didn't know that was a hammer, you could just compare it to the previous week and say, oh, okay, we're below the 50%, we call it the mean threshold or CE, but we're below halfway of the candle. And so that right there is a very clear bearish indicator.
you could take go ahead, Talisha, because
I'll do the next one. What's the next stock? Did we get what they needed on open?
open.
I'll do a different one. So people don't hear us do the same one.
All right.
What's
All right.
next? Oh my God, Google's getting on my nerves right now because it won't slow down for me to get back in. Oh man. Lily? Okay, I'm just seeing the bottom. I want to make sure let me go up a little bit and I'll grab. So we did power, we did Palantir. Y'all love Palantir.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys know you can make money off anything, right?
Mhm.
You don't make more off Palantir or Nvidia.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But we can look at Palantir. I think I already have that one pretty charted. And we've talked about
Are
this,
you
but
sharing your screen, Talisha?
not yet.
All right, because I'm over
Um,
here tripping trying.
no, not yet.
I bet.
We can look at Palantir though. I was playing around with open as Ab was sharing. Can you guys see my screen now? There we go. Yeah.
We can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Palantir, Let me just let me just delete these. I don't need them up. Um, Overall bullish. So nothing has changed with Palantir. Overall bullish. Um, I'm gonna start marking up where price could be attracted to. And the first thing I see, for me, the most important part of candles are the high, the low, and the middle. Whatever that middle is, and the high and the low are the most important part of candles. So I'm just looking at, because that's what candles will often retest to see if they're going to go higher or lower. So that's what I'm marking up now is two Qs, the median, or not the median. What is it? Whatever, the middle, the midpoint. Thank you, the midpoint. Um, Okay, so that's that. Let's see. And then I go and look at the last monthly candle, the highest time frame close candle. So in this case, it's August monthly, right? So the quarterly for this quarter is not closed yet. The monthly just closed, so that's going to give me a good indicator. So look at this, right? Strong disagree. This long wick tells me that price does not want to go higher because sellers have pushed this all the way back down. Now, although we didn't close below the midpoint of July, we closed in July's range. And so now I'm just watching, but I'm definitely not entering calls here, right? I'm just watching price. Now I'm going to add my fib again to see where we're at. In relation to premium and discount. We're very much in premium. So anything above 50 is not a call zone for me. I'm not going long above 127 for Palantir. This wick tells me price is struggling to go any higher. And then I look at how we start to open up for September, right? So already just out of the first week, sellers are pushing us below the 50% threshold of the previous week, right? So this is just bearish, bearish, bearish. Okay, so levels. Let me go down to the weekly. This is not quite an order block, actually. So I don't have any inefficient. There's some voids up here. Long story short, I still think NVIDIA is going to get down to 127. I wouldn't go long anything above that unless you see a break of structure somewhere in here. Let me go to the 24-hour to see more clarity. See how it's just been consolidating this whole box right here? It's just been moving sideways. I wouldn't go long until I got some kind of closure above 164 and closure below 142 just confirms there's more downside. If we get above 164, I think the probability is low, but if we do, I see us going back up to test these all-time highs. If we close below 142, which I think is a higher probability, then I think we just go in all these swing points, we just start knocking them out. I think ultimately the short-term target I was going to say NVIDIA, for Palantir is this 127. If we close below 127, then I think price is coming down somewhere in here to retest this 2Q midpoint at around 107. This is not improbable, but it just depends on if we close below 127. So those are my levels here. 127-ish, 127-ish there. I see a stop if we close below that at 117. And then if we close below that, getting down here between 107 and 105 area. And if we close below that, I mean, load up on your shares because then it's going to be somewhere in this area. But that's kind of where I see it, where to bounce. I don't use moving averages the way that AB does. I look more for closure. So if I don't get closure, then that's where I'm thinking it's going to bounce. But right now, I'm just looking for closure or disagreement at those levels for Palantir. Definitely
Right
would
there.
not be going long here.
Yeah, stay right there. Look at so look at what Talisha's chart is showing. Once you start trading, like really learning how to trade, you'll learn patterns. And there's only really three patterns that I follow. Four. Bear flag, bull flag, and then there's two other ones. Do y'all see this pattern right here? So I'm gonna share my screen because I like the crazy. I seen Palantir earlier, but I don't pay attention to Palantir. It's a meme stock at this point. So I seen it and because it left already. I don't want it at this price. Um, and I thought I seen it earlier. I'm like, is that what I think it is? But something distracted me and I stopped looking at it. And now I'm looking at Talisha's screen and that,
It's so clear, right? I don't even trade patterns, but I can see this.
yeah, that's could we put in the chat if y'all could see the pattern that Palantir is wow, what the fuck? I got it. My fucking resistance here. How did I miss that shit? I normally can see a pattern before it even plays out, and this one is almost done. It's about to be, confirm itself.
When you see rounding on a chart, that's it. That's a clue.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact.
That's a
But
clue. It's gonna be something.
and then what y'all can do if y'all use moving averages, it's basically like the moving average will basically paint out the pattern for you. Look at how the moving averages is. But that is correct. I'm about to share my screen. That is I got send a request to you.
That's almost textbook.
That is a perfect head and shoulders. Um, am I okay? See, that is a perfect head and shoulders. Okay, boom. All right, so the head. Oh shit. I forgot I could draw on this screen.
Yeah,
Got me fucked up. Say no. Start.
Palantir
Look,
is going down, y'all. Don't
yeah.
go long here.
Oh my God. I feel like a teacher. Fuck. So this is what it feels
Embrace
like,
it.
Talisha.
Embrace it.
Oh, that felt good. All right, so all
Come
right,
on,
guys. So
Professor Ab.
I know,
this
embrace it.
that's a left shoulder. This right here is the head, and this right here is the right shoulder. We're gonna just change the color for you guys right there. One's white, then 1 second. Do you talk sweet like when you talk to your kids, or do you like demand them like aggressive?
They're adults. So I teach
Oh,
college.
in
So they're like
college.
young adults, I guess, but I
Oh,
don't talk sweet. No, I talk normally. I just
okay.
talk regular, like how I'm talking here. They appreciate it because teachers try to
Okay.
come in the class and front.
Big dog.
But I
Okay.
just we
All
chart
right.
in class too. I be having in my business
Oh
101, pull up the
shit.
charts. We watch CNBC,
That's fire.
especially if I'm in a trade.
Damn. That's crazy. That's
Oh, if
fire.
I'm in a trade, we're charting.
Shit, that's fire. I'm gonna slide my fib over because my fib, this is how I knew when Palantir was going. Yo, I remember when I first ever charted Palantir, I seen 145 and Palantir was at like 86, and I was like, ain't no way. And that shit made the move so fast, and I'm still like 185. I didn't see. I was like, all right, this 170 area. Fuck, Palantir is crazy. So this is dope. So we and okay, all right. I don't know why I just dragged that over. Let me move that back. So Palantir basically is showing a head and shoulders. That head and shoulders has to break the base in order to be confirmed. The base of I'm pretty sure everybody, because a lot of people say head and shoulders, so we should know what head and shoulders is. That is a bearish um pattern. So basically, you have to find the floor now. I'm looking for the floor of Palantir. Where does candles bounce at? Where's the spot where they just constantly bounce at? Where's the candle that it could possibly bounce at? I like this candle right here, this big green engulfing candle. It's like a solid structure beam. Like it's like a real thick beam. When I see engulfing candles, I think of them as big beams. So I'll just drag over this trend line. I use the body of that engulfing candle. And I We're gonna make that trend line white. Where is the all right, so this is my head and shoulders now. So I need to see it break. Move this shit. I keep forgetting this is touchscreen. All right, so I need to see it break 149.18. If Palantir breaks 149.18, where is it going? I'm on a daily. The 100-day moving average is at 138 basically. I got a structure right here at 145, so that makes sense. 149, 145 gets taken out. Palantir. Oh yeah, so 141 is what I was saying in the group chat. I don't know how, but all right. So 149 is a potential spot where it could bounce. But this Palantir is not. That don't look good. It has to hold 141. If it don't hold 141, 130. If it loses 130, it's nasty. And 130. Let's see, y'all pretty good. Damn, 90. We go over this so much, but right now, Palantir right now is it don't look good. Declining 5-day moving average, the sloping 10-day. I believe Palantir goes to 141. If it loses 141, uh, I got 138. So the true levels is 149. You want to see a whole 149. If it loses that, 145, and then I have 141 and then 138. But this pattern, let's see what the pattern is telling me. And I'll just take resistance, the true resistance to support. So I'll take the top of these candles. I want the most touches. So these three candles touch this area right here. So my trend line is going to start from there. And I'm taking the bodies of these candles, these two, and I'll just put them right to this white line, which is our floor. And I'm going to take this trend line and I'm going to place it at the bottom of this trend line right here to get my price where it's saying if this pattern was to lose 149, Palantir will go to what the fuck? That's no coincidence. 111.50, my 200-day moving average is right here. So it's saying Palantir will come here if we lose 149. 111, 200 days at 109. I could definitely see that happening. But we have that 138. If we lose that 138, though, this pattern is playing out and it's more than likely coming down to this 111 area. That'd be a big risk to reward under this 100-day. You keep seeing us reject there. You get into play, tight stops, and you're aiming for 115. Because this is 109. You'll aim for 115, 120. That's a big, and you could do short dated too. But that risk to reward, that payout would be crazy on Palantir. That's a $20, $30 move. So Palantir I'm bearish on Palantir. Declining 10, declining 5-day. This on a daily, on a weekly is yeah, don't look that good yet. Yeah, it's in the pullback phase. As of now, it's just a pullback coming. Well, 141 should be here next week. Um, that's Palantir. Open. Jeremiah is crazy. He said, "So don't buy the dip." We went over open. Talisha,
Yeah, we did open.
you finished open? Okay.
I didn't do open. I can though. I can show it from my point of view. Let's see. Open. All right. I love when so you guys see kind of how I chart and trade, but then I like to add on the moving averages just to see where I get confluence, and it's been really cool. to see how some of it, like, look at that, right to the midpoint of that order block. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna hide them for now. Open. So I started charting this one when Ab was going over it, but initially I see a bearish order block up here. So, overall, this stock has been more bearish than bullish. And I just see that going out to the 12-month, just the highest time frame. All-time high was up here at 39. We're now trading at 6. So, but let's see where we could go. This is promising that we're going to get some more upside. If this closes above, if this quarter closes above, stays above the $4 mark, where right now it's at almost 7, but if it stays above, that's going to create another order block here. And I would expect price to trade into it, and test it and then shoot back up. But I do think from like a support and resistance standpoint, we could see some resistance here at this order block. For now, let's see. It's the quarterly. So month has already closed. The monthly did not quite make the but yeah, it kind of did. It closed above. So we did get a monthly order block, so that's good.
I think I
So
see Ab's screen, not yours, Talisha. Aren't we looking at yours, Ab?
Oh shit.
mine says I'm sharing, no?
Yeah, you are, but if y'all click on this new thing is crazy. I see my screen's up there too, but I clicked on your tab.
Oh.
There's a tab up to the upside, y'all. It'll say like my room or it'll say
I saw
Talisha
your screen,
sharing or Ab
Talisha.
sharing. So some of y'all
Okay.
might see, you know what I mean? Y'all gotta look up top to see whose screen you're looking at. But I just removed mine off.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. We had an order block here, a monthly one that looks like it closed just barely above it. So, let me pull out my fibs. I mean, this is one I wouldn't touch, but just technically speaking, we are in deep discount. I can see it getting up to the 16, back to like the 16, $17 area. Given that we close above, that this creates a quarterly order block. But order blocks are usually retested. So I'd want to see closure above 541 for September to have confirmation that we would go up and go a little bit higher. Let's see, I see a fair value gap here. So a lot of inefficiencies, like a lot of imbalances up here. But I'd want some more confirmation. So I would say for the month, because it's such a low dollar stock, I'm just going to stick on the monthly. I'd want closure above 541 to push higher. If we get closure above 541, then I can see us going back up and seeking somewhere in here between 1532 and 1988. 1654 is kind of like the optimal spot, but I can see us trading somewhere in here to clean up all these imbalances in the chart. But yeah, I'd want to see closure before 541 to go higher. I wouldn't touch this right now just because look at the chart. Like it's gross.
Look,
But it has potential.
yeah. So just off of Talisha's screen, if we leave it right there, oh shit, touch screen. This is this what I do is so one of the first things that I did with PANW Palto, I knew the move that it was going to make before it made it because I anticipated because I seen the pattern of inverse head and shoulders, and right now it's playing out. Also, sure, I'm gonna show y'all when we get to that because I already know y'all got that in the chat. This right here is a potential cup and handle formant, so I could see that. Let me move her screen. I could see 24.45, and I could see it could even go up to that 35 area to grab some liquidity, or so it's $39 area. we could go all the way up there, or we could go up to the $25 to $15 area, and you could just start seeing us consolidate. But that would be the cup and handle forming. But once we
Mm-hmm.
start holding that $25 area, that's when I could see a squeeze coming because this will be a call wall around here, and if it break that 25 area, it will fucking it will fly. But I could see a setup of it happening right now. But it could reject that. But it's definitely going to see $15. It's just do it reject there and create a lower
Right.
high and
Right.
invalidate that structure. Or but I could see it fly past that 1530 though and hold the 25 area, which is more than likely going to happen. But it could come down and do and bounce off the IPO area, which is like the $12 mark, where the bottom of her rectangle area, and we could bounce there or consolidate there before rising up. Long story short, this is a short-term trend, and I believe it turns back into a well, for the first time, it actually turns into a long-term trend to the upside. Right now, the trend is starting all short term is to the upside, but I believe this is going to continue to push up.
Yeah. You just need confirmation to get in.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there are relative equal highs up here at 25, 27. So it's possible, but
Yeah.
you just want constant confirmation before just like rolling the dice if it's going to shoot all the way back up here.
Mm-hmm. So this could get smoked right at $10.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay.
that was open. So then we are all the way up top. EME. Whoa, so Virgil. All right, so y'all try to we gotta pay attention to the names. One stock per person because it's a lot. So, but E is the first one I see in EME. Amen.
Okay. Um,
E,
let's see. See, look at this. This is why like, I love this style because this is the midpoint of this candle. Depending on how off balance the wicks are, I'll use the wicks or just the bodies. Because this only has wicks on one side, I'm using just the body. But look, our April low just tapped exactly at that, like within a couple dollars. So that's why it's pretty efficient. Okay, so obviously bullish from what you see on the candles. My black candles are my bullish candles. We have an order block here. That has not been retested yet. So this is always a magnet for could price come back. When I see an order block that hasn't been tested, throw up my fibs and see where that order block rests. Oops. See where that order block sits. Okay, so right there in discount at kind of the 61.8-ish area. And what have we done so far? Go to the month. We're closing above liquidity, so that's great. Indicates we want to keep going higher because you see July closed above June. Now, when we get to August and September, you see how August did not close above July. So this tells me we should probably see some bearish sentiment. And I would guess that we're likely going to go back and try to clean up some of these inefficiencies or test that order block. This fair value gap could keep us up, but we just don't know until price gets there and tests it. And then we have a gap down here on the monthly. So what I see, let me go to the weekly. What I see right now, we're already starting to see some failed swings. Want to see how this week closes. I mean, it's pretty much already closed, but we're already starting to see some failed swings where it's not making a new higher high. So that indicates it could go lower. So I'd want to see what happens below 589.30 on the weekly, if we close below it or not. And then from there, if we close below, we'll just start taking out these levels. I mean, it ends up being like clockwork. We go down to the 540 area and see how price responds, see if we get to this fair value gap right around, and I'm on the weekly, so the daily could be a little bit different, but for swings and some, it's just easier to stay on the higher time frame because the lower time frame just has too much noise, especially if we're swinging. So I can, and this fair value gap, actually, I don't even need this line, is right at going back into discount, right? So if we start closing below 589, I can see 540. We close below 540. I can see 493.97. If we close below this fair value gap, then price will likely stay down for a little bit, and then we'll go seek this order block and this gap. So that's what I'd want to look for. Definitely is showing, I wouldn't say it's bearish yet, but it's showing bearish sentiment. I want to see what happens here, and I want to see what happens here to the upside. I want to see what happens in this range before I would have conviction it was going to run or drop more.
Mhm. Okay. I agree. I'm going to share my screen. All right. With EME. I'm looking at it on my phone. If y'all still see Talisha's screen, just look up on your Zoom app, look
I stopped
up.
sharing.
Oh, okay, okay. So on the weekly, automatically when I looked at this, I was just like, okay, we are we are bullish. I'm looking at three different things. The first thing I seen though, because this is how I look at things. I need three confluences and I go by whatever my eye sees first. The first thing I seen was a bull flag. So that's the first thing. Then I could see, or it could be a cup and handle, the right handle's forming right here. Or then I look at my moving average. My moving averages are trending up. They already had the crossover. The way that they're pointing, because on my phone it looks way better. On a laptop, it's hard to get it like that. But they're rising up. But this is a steep hill. So the momentum is still strong to the upside right now. But I could see it pulling back to 525 area. But I'm looking at the daily now. The daily is telling me that the pullback has a high chance of happening. We're starting to get weak here. It's just we got to be careful here because buyers could still snatch this liquidity if it breaks that 635 area and send us flying. But right here when I start seeing my moving averages go like space apart, then get close, then space apart, and now they're crossing each other a lot. We're trading sideways and now they're starting to cross each other, like make like a waves. I don't like that. That's when I start to worry because sellers could snatch this liquidity to the downside. And then we could potentially fill this 580 gap right here. So looking at this overall, if it breaks that 640 area, then it's bullish, but the risk isn't worth it because this ran so much. But I could see this pulling back to about the first level. I see if we lose 593, because I could see 622. If we lose that, then I see the 593 area. If we lose that, then I got 525. And if you lose the 525 area, 480. 480 is the 200 on the daily. Um, this is a stock that you don't want to touch. You want to see 515 or 480 before you look to touch this stock. So this pullback, if it happens, is healthy. It's good. I wouldn't
I
touch
had
it though.
477, so that's good.
Right on the right there, right there. All right. Levels close on that one. So then we got AMAT or because this person put three in them. Um, AMAT Palantir, we already did Palantir in the video. I'm only doing one of what I see off the rip. I see short-term bearish. Oh, it's under the 200. It's under. Oh, this is. Oh yeah, fucking AMAT. All right, this is
Hey, real quick,
damn.
Ab, someone in the chat asked about confluence. Confluence just means when multiple things agree or align. So if you have, like if you're looking at a stock and you just trade trend lines and moving averages, if your trend line happens to align to one of your moving averages and it aligns to, something else, that's called confluence, where you have like maybe your RSI, if you use that, it's when multiple things align to confirm your idea about a trade.
AMAT wants to run to 168 to 170 area. Um, AMAT don't look good. It's under the 200. It's under the 100. The 20 days about to cross down the 100 and the 200. The only thing I see is the short-term trend is trying to flip. So, but this could just simply be the retest of the 200-day moving average. We gapped under the 200-day. When you're under the 200-day, under the 100 days too, but really under the 200-day, sellers are in control. So this isn't a stock that I would touch personally. Uh, but on the weekly, it's right. The 200-day is right there, 150. Around the 200-day, you consolidate, you build liquidity. So you just look to the left. It's just been ranging because it got close to the 200-day. Liquidity likes to build around the 200-day. That's because that's the front line for the buyers and sellers. Um, so right here, AMAT, AMAT's it looks like it's going to continue the consolidation. Right now it's choppy area. You don't want to touch it until it can break and hold that 192.35 area. Um, but right now this trend, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it at all. That's all I really got to say with A, man. I don't like it.
Okay, I noticed that no matter what symbol you put in, your chart is already set up to measure certain items, for lack of a better word. So I was wondering, how would I set up my trading view? I bought the essential one. Um, for example, I noticed that if you put an AMAT, it's already set up in terms of what you're looking for. If you put in Palantir, it's the same thing. It just varies. So how would I set mine up like that? Or there's step-by-step instructions to do that?
The only thing that I so my moving averages will be like that on every chart already there. But I feel like you're referring to everything. My support and resistance. It's just I done traded um most of these stocks that are given to me. I already just traded them in the past, so they already will be charted. So that's why it's already set up because these could have been charted from years ago or currently. The moving averages, if you're referring to that, that will be in your indicators. But you have to, I will go on YouTube first and learn about moving averages first before you add them. But those are moving averages, these green, yellow, orange lines that are moving like waves or snakes, that's moving averages. But the horizontal lines, that's what I placed there to mark my support and resistance area. That's why my chart looks like that. It was already just charted in the past.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't have nothing to issue. I just think more consolidation, choppiness. The range is 192 to 150. It has to
Hmm.
break one of those.
I don't have much different. I think I've charted AMAT before. I'll share just for alignment, but this is what's really cool. Look at this. Can you see my chart?
No, yeah, no, okay. 50% of the candle.
50%, like right there. This is an
Yeah.
order block from 2022 that we traded
Talisha,
back into this year.
Talisha,
Yep.
quick question, right? Being that you're showing this page and I'm looking at your time frame being 12 months. Earlier, I think you said in the call whereby you said we have already seen a high
Mm.
and a strong pullback in April, right?
Hmm.
Is it because you use a 12-month time frame? You kind of use just like how Trap does the previous month high and previous month low? So is it that you're looking at the high and low of the year so far?
Yep, the high. So a candle is always it's going to do one of two things. Every single candle. It's going to open, go low first, go high and close, or it's going to open, go high first, go low and then close, right? So if I were to, let me pull up SPY. I'll just deviate for a second because I think this is important. So SPY, right? So last year, going into 2025, my bias was very bullish because look how strong this candle closed above 2023 candle, right? So 2024 closed hardly no wicks above this candle, right? And so already I'm like, okay, well, this is going to, that's the order block there. This is going to be bullish. So I'm expecting open, low, high, close, right? So I'm expecting the candle to open, go low, go higher, and then close somewhere, about 25% of the way, something like that, right? That's what I'm expecting for the year. So what does the year look like already? Right? We've opened, we've gone low, we're going higher, and we're going to close. Now, this part of the candle is going to play with us a little bit until we get to the fourth quarter, where we'll probably, start rallying again, only to close somewhere around here. But it's just how a candle is made. So if I look at the open for the year, right? That's the white line there. And I go down to the weekly. You see what I'm saying? We've opened, we've accumulated
Okay.
most of this. We go low. Now what are we doing? Going high
To come back.
and come back. Now, if I were to go and look at my quarterly order blocks, this one here that just closed, I can get a general idea of where we might go using this standard deviation tool, right? Look at that. You can't make this up. It's so algorithmic and it's so timed. Like it projected it 2 standard deviations almost to the penny. Well, to the dollar, I should say. Right? And now we're rejecting. No surprise, right? So we can come back in here and rebalance and test and balance only to finish making a bullish candle for the year. It's already been defined. The candle's already been made. We're not going to come back up and then crash at the 4Q to make a bearish candle. You have to come all the way back down here across the open to print a bearish candle for the year. So we already know it's a bullish candle, right? And we kind of knew that going back here once we started to close back over the open. Open, low, high, close, right? You can do this for every single time frame. You can pick a 1-hour candle and do the same exact thing. Mark the open, look where the candle goes high or low, see how it closes around the open, and then you can, with high degree of probability, predict where the candle is going to go. Okay. And you can see that here in just what I just pulled up on SPY. Yeah, you can do this with any candle. We can go back to AMAT. So let me go back to, I was on my 12-month, right? So this is my 12-month order block. And if I put my standard deviations up here, it's going to be reasonably close to almost 2 standard deviations, right? And look where we're rejecting. You can't tell me that's not a computer, right? All the traders in the world didn't collectively agree on 123.87, right? That's a price that was put in, and everything else was manipulated to get us there, right? To the penny.
It goes right back to the structure. Knowing what structure is. That's what I
Right
be
to the
talking
midpoint.
about. The 50%. That's
right.
I know exactly what you was talking about when you pulled up your chart.
Yep.
I could see that
It's
candle was
like,
retesting it.
and then look, no coincidence here. Where do we start to bounce? 61.8.
Mm-hmm.
No coincidence. Timed. programmed. Right? Now, let me be very, very clear. This is so much easier to see in hindsight than when all the candles are moving, right? And you actually have dollars invested. It's way clearer to see in hindsight, but this is what I practice every day. Reading the candles and understanding where price is going to go algorithmically and just following the institutional flow. When you have an order block like this with a fair value gap, that's not retail traders, that's institutions. Okay, so let me just wait for the retest and hop on back in and ride the wave of what institutions are doing. Like the name of the game isn't like how retail traders can win, right? We've already lost collectively. The name of the game is, can we figure out and understand how institutions are trading and just hop on the bandwagon? If you can ride the wave of an institutional flow, that's how you win the trade. Right? But you, I mean, like again, you can pull up almost any ticker and it's going to be the same degree of probability and accuracy as far as where price trades back into, where it starts to reject. So if so let's see, 3 month for the quarter, we've opened and gone low. So I want to see how September closes to confirm if we're going to go lower or go higher. So I have parts of the candle. You know, once you have two parts of the candle, you know the third part, right? Or fourth, depending on how you split the quarter. But if we close above, we'd have to go all the way up here. So, you know, I'm already expecting us to, let me see AMAT. So we have this order block here that was on the monthly. So I'm expecting us to start bouncing back up because we're testing and disagreeing at this threshold of at this midpoint of this order block.
Excuse me, Taliesha. How are you calling out these order blocks? It's like you're just picking these candles and saying they're order blocks. And I know you know what you're
Oh,
looking at. I'm just trying to see it too.
yeah. So an order block is when order flow is literally blocked. So what do I mean by that? It's easier to see on the 12-month. So you see how you would call it an engulfing candle, but it could be multiple candles. But you see how this gray candle, this is my down candle. And then you see how these two black candles engulf this gray candle and literally block any more bearish flow. That's an order block. It's blocking the flow of one order or the other, like bearish or bullish orders. And so so I'm not just picking random candles. There is some rules around what's an order block. So order block has to have a draw on liquidity, where this down candle took liquidity from this fair value gap. It has to have a change in state of delivery to start breaking structure. So this black candle has a change in state of delivery, shifting from bearish to bullish flow right there, because it closed above the close of this down candle, right? And so this bearish flow becomes the order flow that was blocked. It was blocked by bullish flow. And we see this whole up run. So if I go down to a smaller time frame, you can probably see it a little clearer here as far as the bearish candles that are then absorbed and blocked by all these bullish candles. So this is where institutions have said, we're not going any lower. Right? And you'll see it with an order block like this. This is one down here too. Right? So
Okay.
like if I were to look at like this right here, this is let me look at a lower time frame. The blocks are really clear on the higher time frames. But like this right here. So like some of these smaller candles aren't necessarily order blocks because they're not changing the state of well, maybe. I like to see the bigger candles as my order blocks to rely heavily on. These smaller candles, they can be closed through. So you see how you had an order block there and then price just closed right below it? Like that's not a strong order block. I wouldn't even consider this an order block. So it has to be one where structure is shifting and you're seeing some displacement, like a big candle in the movement to confirm that's institutional flow. And once you have that, you get this high degree of probability on where your price can go and kind of predicting with, relative high accuracy where it's heading. I hope that helps. There's a lot of YouTube videos about order blocks, or we can have like a one-on-one. I can talk about it more. But there are a few criteria you look for to find an order block, but it's essentially just where you can see on the chart where one side of institutional flow is being blocked by either bulls or bears.
Okay, that was key. That's important to know. I'll just keep repeating this and look on YouTube. Thank you for taking time.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that, Talisha. You gave a lot of game. I see, and I see the feedback too was good for that, so that was good.
You cut out, Ab.
That's feedback. You was getting good feedback, so that's
Oh,
good. A
cool.
lot of people like what you was showing and breaking down. Made
Okay,
sense.
cool.
It's structure.
It
Very
is
simple.
structured.
It's
It
just
is
different.
structured.
Everybody has different ways of doing it. Her strategy.
That's exactly what it is.
Cool. Cool. There's just like more those fancy words and stuff like that. I see exactly what you're doing. I do it to it's similar order blocks. I look at your voids and stuff like that as just candles bounce off candles
Yeah,
and candles
absolutely.
reject off candles. It's very
And that's why, like, the terminology really doesn't matter.
mhm.
Can you see the structure? Can you identify liquidity? And can you trade accordingly? Like, whatever you call it does not matter.
That's a fact.
It just, the only reason all these terms are created is so that people can make money off us trying to figure out the next new thing. I mean, that's the reality of it. You could trade without being able to label or name anything on this chart, as long as you can see it and identify it,
That's a fact.
right? But there's a million books written about what shapes to follow because why? Because we're always trying to find the next new thing. Um, my husband and I have a saying. Well, it's not our saying. It's a guy named Jim Rohn that we love and follow. RIP to Jim Rohn. But it's success is just the redefined study of the obvious. That's all. All these new. There's no new nothing. It's all just redefining the study of the obvious. Is price going up or down? Right?
That's a fact.
If price is near all-time high, your probability of winning that trade is a lot lower than if it's pulled all the way back and starts to show strength. Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? Are we making new highs or new lows, right? Yes, in this algorithmic price reading, there are a lot of fancy terminology, but at the end of the day, you could throw up moving averages and you're going to see some confluence. Let's see. I have abs 5-day in here, and I have the 50, 20, 50, 100, and 200, right? So let me go to like where I put this order block. It's not going to show me. I'm trying to, let me just go to the daily, the 24-hour, right? So if I were to draw my order blocks on this smaller time frame, I guarantee you'll see confluence, you'll see agreement or alignment with some of these moving averages, right? So I think a lot of times we can get really caught up in what something is called and just miss the concept. And if you can trade the concept, you can do just fine in trading as long as you can manage your risk and your emotions.
That is a fact. All right, boom, what we got? We got a list full. All right, Amazon.
Talisa, is your standard deviation in line with your Fibonacci, or does it you just click it
The one you see on the screen
further?
right now, it's
Yeah.
aligned with the fib, except I take out everything below the 38.2 because I don't care. Those are really shallow pullbacks, and those don't matter as much to me. And I add this 70.5.
Did
Other than that,
you configure it to that, or is it's something that's there?
I configured it to it. Yep,
Oh, because it looks cleaner. I mean, than the
exactly.
Fibonacci that sometimes had pulled and it moving and dancing and all
So
kind
I
of thing.
take out what I don't need. So I just
Okay.
in my fib settings, I don't know if you can take a screenshot, but this is my fib settings. And I just keep it to what I need and what I look for.
All right, I'm gonna take a screenshot if you don't mind. Give me
Sure.
2 seconds. All right, thanks.
And then my standard deviation is a different configuration. I'll make it more narrow so you can see. But it's this is what I have for standard deviations that I use for order blocks. And the accuracy is literally insane. Even if you go like to ES or SPY, if you take the Fibonacci tool from the history of, I think SPY, like the last major swing on like the weekly or the monthly, I can't remember which one I looked at, but if you look at it, our April 7th low was like exactly to 61.8.
I was just about to say, I knew you was about to say that.
Yeah, it's
That's
like you
yeah,
can't make it up,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Fibs are good to use. I always use that to confirm my setup. Not always, but a lot of the times. So.
Is there a particular time frame you prefer applying the fib? Because I've
I
seen
use them on every time
you
frame.
just
I'll
use
use Fibonacci's on a candle.
I do
okay
4 hours and up, but I
4 hours and
sometimes even use it on the 15, 30, whatever.
Yep. It
All right.
doesn't, I'll use them all the time. Whatever I'm trading, because remember, part of my trading style, so this is a 4 hour candle. Part of my trading style is trading from premium to discount, discount to premium, right? So I'll take a fib if I'm trading, which I rarely do an intraday trade like this, but if I was, I'd put the fibs on this particular candle. And I'd break this candle down into 1 hour segments. And have my bias and I trade accordingly. And I'd wait for price to come back into discount and trade it back up to premium, right? So this isn't an accurate depiction because I wouldn't have all this information. But if I were looking at the previous, let's do it this way, the previous 4 hour candle, that's a better depiction, right? And break that down. I'd be looking for price to come into discount and trade this candle back up because price always moves from premium to discount, discount to premium. Those are price swings, price going up and down. So I'll put a
15.
fib on a candle and trade like that. Now, again, I don't usually do intraday, but I will for the weekly. I'd put this on the weekly candle, see where premium and discount is, and same concepts apply in any time frame.
Come on. That was good. And it's gonna be recorded too if y'all miss anything. Um, yeah, the recording will be out. It'll
All right,
take
I'm
probably a
done.
little this gonna be a long recording. I see. How long we been on here? 12. What's on? Shit. One, two,
I
three,
know we
four.
just be going. It's been 3 hours already.
Yeah. All right. We gotta fly through these now. Cause
We appreciate you.
I need to do something. I appreciate you for your time. Boom. All right. That's why I'm laying down now. Like I'm chilling. I'm not sitting up for y'all. We've been
I
on
didn't
here
give
for
any
a
levels
minute.
for AMAT, but I agree with
Oh, go
Ab. I
ahead.
mean, we're gonna be a couple dollars off, but it's what he said. I'm tracking.
All right, boom, boom. We're gonna slice nice through this. So it's trading sideways. Okay. I just put the resistance on this body of the candle. Boom, boom. We rejected that. This the second retest right here. We'll come down to the 5 day. The 5 days rising up. Got my 10 day rising up. My 20s trying to cross up. Trading sideways. 20 day right there. It's trading sideways. You want to see it break above two 35.80 and hold. Because every time it breaks above that 35.80, it comes up to like 242. Yep, 242.70, reject there, then go back down. Right now it's just a range. Um, if it loses 225, I got 213, loses 213, 208, 206, 200. If it loses that 190. Um, this could be the same thing that I seen on Palto. Um, um, it could be a shallow pullback to the 315 area. It's ranging though sideways. I wouldn't touch this unless it broke out above 236 and was holding that level for uh, I guess because what we you want to see a hold for the weekly on the weekly. You want to see a hold above the 236 level, I would say. Um, I had this. This was Amazon. I was waiting for this for a long time and then I forgot about the trade, but this was an inverse head and shoulders. So this trend line right here is where it was telling me Amazon can go to, which is at 243. And the level it needed to break was 206, and now it's currently at 232. So we still got room to that 243 of my target. It's ranging sideways, it's holding, liquidity's building. If buyers snatch this, it should hit the 243 level. That's all I got for that.
You want me to look at the same one or do something different?
Um, I guess yeah. You look. It don't matter. You could look at something different or give your. Cause I'm trying to see. We got a lot. We got a lot. So yeah, look at something different. We do
All
it like
right,
that.
what's next?
Crowd.
Crowd. I think I was looking at crowd earlier.
Damn, it's mad.
Crowd
Stop.
is. Let's see. I'm gonna delete these. I rechart all the time, so I don't mind. It helps me kind of reinforce what I'm looking at. All right, so same story. Let's go all the way back. Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm
Yes,
just
it's showing.
cool. Thank you. Just seeing where we have institutional order flow is all these order blocks are. Okay. Look at that. Right to the midpoint of prior year. It's crazy. It blows my mind every time.
Mm-hmm.
3 month order block here. So off the bat, it looks like crowd is trying to test this order block, but I don't know for sure. But this is where I start again adding my fibs and just trying to see where I may have some confluence. So before I add the fibs, I'm like, okay, it looks like we might be trying to retest this order block. And then when I add the fibs, I can see that takes me right back into discount, the 50% threshold, right? So now I'm like, okay, maybe we are trying to test this order block. And I start to get confluence that way. So now I just keep dropping down lower. I start with the highest time frame to give me the most clarity, and then I zone down into the lower time frame to start giving me more details to the story. Um, just like when you read a book, like I usually read the back of the book first. That's what the higher time frame gives me. Like just the quick, okay, what's this about? So now I'm looking and I'm just seeing where price is agreeing or disagreeing, closing or wicking through. And we're closing, when we gap down and close, that's a strong indication that I'm trying to seek sell side liquidity, which is at the bottom here. So let's see. I'm looking now, just seeing if I see any like other glaring inefficiencies, fair value gaps, voids, stuff like that. I'm just looking through to see what I see. And right now I just see price closing below. So that tells me we're bearish sentiment for sure. Go down to the weekly and see what it's doing. These wicks are telling me that price is grabbing liquidity. See, this is the other thing that's not a coincidence. See how this candle ran up, like is the black candle amongst all these gray candles? The black is my up candle, right? And you see how this candle wicks right through that? That's because people here went long. People here bought the dip, right? And if they had their stop losses accurate. Their stop loss was somewhere up here on a lower time frame, and liquidity, that's where liquidity is. So this, no coincidence that it wicks right through that and just continues going down, right? We saw this a lot on Costco too, when everyone was buying the dip, but the structure was bearish, right? So when that happens, you can expect these liquidity runs where we're just sweeping liquidity, wicking right above where stop losses will be and continuing down. So you're either stopped out or you're in drawdown, stressed out right here. Okay. So price is not showing me anything bearish, anything bullish, excuse me. We're even gapping down to get to sell side liquidity quicker. So I think I'm going to redraw. No, it's actually, I'm going to redraw my fib on this more recent price swing to see where we're at. Look at that, right at the 50%. So now I want to see what happens here. So I want to see if we close below 403, then I have assurance that we're going to go down and seek some of this, probably this 357. But I want to see if we close below this. So next week, so definitely bearish. We structure is breaking down on the weekly time frame. So I want to see this week is closing, indecisive, but it's not giving me any bullish structure. So I want to see how next week closes. Closure below 402 would give me more bearish sentiment. I do have a fair value gap in here, but it's a fair value. Well, no, it's kind of in. This is an interesting fair value gap because it's right at equal. It's right at the midpoint. So we're kind of, if we close below this fair value gap, okay, now I'm getting more clarity. So yeah, if we close below this 402, then we're going to go down and seek this 355. I'm not bullish. I wouldn't even think about calls unless we closed above 448. Now that's a big range. You can make money there. Just know what structure you're working in. And then if I were to go back and look at the order blocks, let's just see where it projects. This was 3-month order block. This quarter is not quite closed yet. So this was the order block that delivered this price, right? So it just gives you an idea where price can go. We start wicking around this 2.5 standard deviation. But yeah, that's my thoughts for crowd. More downside until we close above 448. Or I'm not long until we close above 448. More downside if we close below, what did I say, 402.
All right, boom. That is crowd. Okay. All right, so then after crowd, there is, where's my phone?
And that was the weekly time frame. So of course, on the daily, you're going to see more granular levels, but that was just the weekly.
All right, so now I'm going to Eli Lilly. I had seen your comment, Sandy, but I want us to go how I see them, how they came in the chat, whoever first come first serve. So Eli Lilly, it filters right there. You got 100 right there. All right, decline of 5-day, bounce off the 10-day. 10 days trying to slope all over. Weekly decline in 10, 20. So Eli Lilly. Okay. On Eli Lilly is bearish, but it's trying to break that trend. I'm about to delete some lines here. All right. So 747, we're declining. We're under the 200-day moving average. One, we are under the 200-day moving average. I don't really want to even waste my time on it. It's a shitty stock right now. Yeah, it's real shitty. Like shitty. What fucking yeah, we're not gonna stay on this because it's shitty. It's just that's the only words I could say right now for it. It's just shitty. Decline in 10-day. It has to this in order for me to look at Eli Lilly, you gotta get above shitty stock. They gotta get above it's a good stock, but right now no. They gotta get above 787. Um Right now, we're bouncing off the 10-day at 722, 721 area, but I can see it coming to that 700 area. But right now, this all the stocks that so far that I'm seeing, most of these stocks are in consolidation. So these are most of them are just watch lists and wait because that's the market that we're in. That's why we're saying you shouldn't be trading really nothing. Um, like back to what Virgil said, we're in the range on Eli Lilly. We just been consolidating in this range. Look how far back it goes. This range goes to May. Technically, this range really goes here to March 7th. We still in that range. We've been in this range for long ass time. Damn. We've been in this range since last year. Yeah, we've been in this range to about June 2024. This is Eli Lilly is something that you just don't want to touch right now. It has to break it has to break 825 to the upside, or it got to break 645 to the downside in order for you to make a move. Consolidation, just sideways action right now is pinned. Uh, I don't I don't see much on this. I'm trying to everybody keep calling. I'm trying to all right. Okay. The 10, the 5-day is going to reject it because we're rejecting the 5-day. It looks like it's going to eventually go like that. The 10 is going to cross down to 5, and then they're going to come and meet the 20 at that 700 level. So I see Eli Lilly coming to 700, potentially bouncing there, but it's not worth trading. It's too sideways. That's all I got for that one. I'm not going to waste too much time on the ones that that aren't worth talking about. Shit.
Pull up PA&W app.
P. What is it?
Palo Alto,
Oh,
PA&W.
okay. Okay, gotcha. Actually, want to get there. I gotta clear. This is the one that I wanted to talk about too. All right. Let me move. Let me hide my resistance and thing for you. You want to look at it on the monthly, or you could just pull up. Or you wanted me to do it,
Either way,
or you want?
it was in the chat, so we can pull it up. I can do it. You
Oh.
can do it. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, damn, I've been talking about this. I gotta break that 207. I'm gonna go real fast, but and let you go. This
I feel
I've
like a lot
been
of these we talked about a lot. So I mean,
that's a fact.
the story hasn't changed. But yeah, go ahead.
Hmm.
You can run through it.
Weeks ago, I seen an inverse head and shoulder when it was like it was down here. So April 7th tariff thing, that's where this was drawn. This shoulder didn't play out. Yeah, at the time when I drew this, it just I don't know. All right, well anyway, um. So that's what's playing out right now. 207 is the level to break. Someone asked me in the chat too. The right shoulder did form is down here. It bounced, popped up. And if it breaks 207, that's where you want to be in this stock because that's a lot of liquidity. It'll snatch everything from 159 up to 207. Um, that's a lot of money. So that move to the upside is going to be crazy. Right now, I said 193.70 had to hold. It's been flirting with it all day. It's been going up to 196, rejecting, coming back down. to that 193 70 area. But if we lose that 196.60, um, then I got 187. 187 is where I see it bouncing. I don't see it going further than that right now. It's just the short-term trend is finally bullish on this stock for about, I would say it's been a week or 2 weeks now. We just filled this gap over here to the left. So if we can hold 193.70, I have 207. That's the area I have that we have to hold. If we hold that level, then this stock will fly. But it has to hold above that level 207 for now. Right now though, 193.70 is the level you want to see who's winning, the buyers or the sellers. Overall though, this is starting to gain some momentum to the upside though. I like it. So I'm liking where it's headed at right now, but I wouldn't get into it until it broke above 207 and held break and retest. That's all I got.
Makes sense. All right, I got about 10 more minutes. And so someone specifically said, Talisha, can you do Rudy? Oh, hey, Rudy. Yes, I'll pull up QCOM. And then I gotta go get baby boy from school.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So same story. I'm gonna start way out here. No order blocks on this time frame. We did get one here on the 3-month. Just kind of seeing where flow is going. Okay. Uh, 2023. So this is interesting. See all these like tiny candles? Like this is just an indicator, like there's just not significant institutional flow coming into the stock right now. Or at least, I mean, not right now, but like historically, you can see kind of when there was, and when you have these tiny candles, there was not. So I can't even find a good order block. And I'm going back, this relative equal lows is a number, just to, not saying it's going to go there, I just like to mark where my equal lows or equal highs are. So we had some, looks like in 2024. I guess I would consider this an order block here. Okay.
So Talisha, when you don't see an order block, is mainly retail investor flow, if that makes
that's
sense.
that's how I interpret it. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how I interpret it. I mostly trade order blocks because I know that's institutional flow. So if I don't see one, I don't usually trade it. Because it's not going to have enough momentum for me. Now, that's just how I trade, right? So I don't know if that's a fact for sure, but that in my mind, that's how I interpret it. Like there's not enough like if you go pull up Apple or Google, you'll see order blocks on every time frame because institutions just been pouring into those stocks, right? Nvidia, you'll see order blocks on almost every time frame unless it's just big black candles the whole, all since inception. Um, and so that's how I interpret it. I like to follow where institutions are trading. But I would consider this one. I mean, it's a weaker one, but I would consider okay, so we disagreed here. This was our April low. So let me we're in discount of the current. Okay, so this is interesting. So we're currently in discount of the current price swing. So, price moves discount to premium. So I expect at some point for price to come back up and tap this 205 when, I don't know, but I expect that at some point because we are continuing to disagree lower. These long wicks is disagreement lower, and we're pushing up and closing higher, right? So that's what I'm expecting right now. Let me go down to a lower time frame, the monthly, and see what it's looking like. Okay, so now we're seeing this isn't quite. Okay, so I would call this an order block here. I would generally want to see this wick take liquidity, like more liquidity. It just took liquidity from the previous candle. I'd want to see it take more to give me more confirmation that we're going to make a bigger move. But I'll take it just as a gauge. So we're retesting this and pushing higher. So I mean, this looks overall like it's trying to become bullish. We're in discount. We're closing above. Let me go down to the weekly. We're continuing to close above. We have a weekly order block here. Usually you'll see order blocks on the smaller time frame play out first, obviously, and then we'll see them on the bigger time frames kind of catch up. But the bigger time frames give me clarity that institutions are in it. I'm going to delete this box for now. Weekly order block. And we're retesting it. I mean, so this looks like it's probably going to go up, and at least as a starting point, try to get these relative equal highs at 173. We have some relative equal highs here as well. It looks like it's trying to get some bullish momentum. Let me see where this might look like the most promising stock we've pulled up as far as so yeah, so see how my standard deviations are, they give some relative alignment to where these liquidity pools are. So I can see this going up to 170-ish. I'd want closure above 163 to confirm that, but with where price is now on the weekly, we've made a weekly order block. It looks like we're retesting it and are continuing to agree higher. So that's promising. The only thing that's concerning is this long. I'd want to see closure above these wicks, not wicking through the wicks. That's the only hesitation. So if I was playing this, I'd want to see closure above that wick for confirmation. And then I think it can go up to 173. And then from there, $178. And then we have a fair value gap there. Yeah, that's kind of what I see. I can see this pushing up, but I would want a little bit more confirmation because we keep wicking through these wicks. I want to see closure above the wicks. So I want to see closure above this 159, or what is that, 160 to push higher. Yep, that's what I got for that. Abby, got anything to add?
Um, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go to UNH and what's the Uber or whatever. Which one was that? What's the name of it? I'm gonna just say it real quick. What stock was that?
That I was looking at?
Yeah.
QCOM.
Q.
QCOM.
QCOM. I like QCOM. Above 160, 160 on hold. I got 175, 176. And then I would have 210. So if it holds 160, I got 175, and then I have 210. I don't see it going below 152, and if it do, we still got 147. Under 147, I don't want no parts of it, but I like how it is right now. It's consolidating and above 160, but you want it to hold. Well, really, yeah, 160, 150. I want to see it break and hold that level. Above that, it should start flying. Um, yeah,
Yep.
175 then 210.
That's interesting. I got 173 and then 205. So, I mean, it
Yeah,
works. Whatever model you use, just stick with it.
that's a fact. That is a fact. All right, I seen everybody's message. Phoenix, I got you. I seen yours with Uber.
All right, I
UNH.
have to hop off and go get baby
Okay.
boy. But thank you all. Talk to
Thank
you all
you
later.
for your time. That was beautiful.
Thank you, thank
Beautiful.
you, thank you. I enjoy these.
Word. Thank you.
All right,
Have a
thanks, Ab. I'll
blessed
talk to you
day.
later.
All right.
I don't want to end it. It's gonna have me end it if I lock. It
Oh
says it doesn't give me
shit.
an option just to
I'm about to
leave.
be the host. I'm
Okay.
about to get off in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You could make me the host.
I don't know.
Just click on my name. The three
Okay. Let me
dots
see.
next to it.
Make host. Okay, perfect.
Appreciate you.
All right, see you guys.
All right. All right, boom. We're not gonna stay on here long. I just want to do UNH over fucking all right. UNH, I wouldn't touch UNH. So I'm not even gonna waste my time with you. The reason why I wouldn't touch it is under the 100 day, and the 100 day is declining hard. That's the moving average is aggressive. Uh the 100 day is the spot where I want to see it bounce. I don't want to see us reject at the 100, and then we're under the 200. It's telling me that sellers are in complete control of this stock overall, not even on the short term. This is the liquidity area, this rectangle I have here. So I need it above, I need it above 476. We are far from that. This isn't the stock that I would touch at all. The overall trend is to the downside. It's starting to get a little momentum. So if you want, you could, if as long as 313 holds, you got room to 415. But this stock one is to the downside, you don't want to fight the trend. You want to follow the trend. The trend is to the downside. So to the upside, I don't really want to touch it. Um, Uber, if I was in Uber, where I would buy shares at is at the 20-day moving average. Why? Because the 20-day moving average is the pullback in the uptrend. So I will look at the 20-day on the daily, weekly, monthly. Um, the weekly is telling me that this is the pullback right here. 88 is a good spot to buy Uber at, and you got room to $97. But if you want to buy shares though, I would wait for Uber to come back down to this 80 area, test this previous high over here because this is the structure. And then it's no coincidence my 10 days right here at this previous high right here. So you want to see Uber come down to that 80 area. This is a break and retest because we broke this previous high resistance area. The retest would be it wouldn't be a retest until it came back down, showing that this previous resistance is now support. Um, and I will buy shares here at this structure, and I would stay in. I would probably start shedding some shares around that 97, 98 area. Then my next target will be 107. I use the fibs to go up. There's no difference from trading options. 333. It's an angel number. I really yeah, I know every time I get on here I do not eat. I'm hungry right now. I think I'm about to end it. Break my fast. Um, I've been doing that eat once a day thing, so I eat late as hell in the day. Um, this is a cup and handle that I was waiting on for Uber. It broke out and it's flying right now. I'll do two more. Just just because I want to get everything. We did QCOM. I see a lot of people said GS. I did this on my phone, Goldman Sachs. Um, Goldman Sachs trend line. We bounced off that trend line, that black trend line. I just don't like it because declining 5-day moving average, but we are now back above it, which is good. I need to see it break above 744.30. This stock to the upside doesn't make sense because it's already at the all-time highs. The probability of it dropping increases the more that it goes up. Um, so this stock right here, I mean, you could play it. Uh, a good buy would be around this area right here because you already missed, or probably didn't. 729 to 736, a good spot to buy, and then you could keep it, hold it until you get to that 753 area. But the risk to the upside again isn't. It's not worth it. This Goldman Sachs been flying already. The range, it's in a tight range, but declining 5-day, it's not ready. So it's going to come down to the 736 area. You can buy there and hold it until the 753 area. It's not bearish, it's bullish, but it's just the move, it happened already. You don't really want to touch this stock until it comes back down to that 650 area. The move already happened. You missed it on GS, or you needed to at least come to 661 before you would get in. You're overextended on here. Um, you don't get in at the top, you get in at the bottom and get out at the top. The best time to get out of a stock is at all-time highs. Um, Hood. Hood will pull back to $84, and that's where you want to buy Hood at. If it starts to hold, yeah, 84. Decline in 5 day, rejecting the 10 day under the 20. It the bearish the bearish trend just now started on Hood. Unless Hood could recover and break and hold above 103.35. If it does that, then you got 115. But I don't see that right now. So below 103.35 gives us that $84 to $80 on Hood. So I'm short term bearish on Hood right now. Man, y'all lucky I fuck with y'all because I'm just fly through them because it's not that much left. I think it's like four left because a lot of these we went over. House declining 5 day moving average is holding the 10 day. It has to hold the $26.95 area and break above 28. You break above 28, you got 36. Well, you should do a target of 32. So you break above 28 and hold, your target should be 32. Let some runners go and keep your runners to target 36 and then take your profit. If it loses 27, and you see rejection, you see us, we can't hold that level at all, it's going to $20, and then 19 is a good spot to buy Allstat. Yeah, $19 is a good spot to buy Allstat. Cisco, Cisco is going to pull back to $65. $65, you want to see it bounce. Yeah, $65. $65, you want to see it bounce, and that's a good spot to buy. And as far as long term, I like it at $65. I like I like shares at 65. I like to play options at 65. You get it at $65. You'll shave some off yeah, it depends what target is, but $69 will be not share wise, but like an option, $69 will be a target. Then your target after that would be $71. Um, and I'll put on my fib real quick, just so I can give y'all everything y'all came here for. We just gonna move at lightning speed. So you break that $71.50 area, you're targeting $81 on that. So you buy 65. Um, you like to see a hold, then you want to wait for the candles. You want to see that buyers is there. You'll know when buyers is there. That's when you get in. You're targeting you're targeting 69-ish area, targeting $71, and you're targeting $81. You even got 92 up there. So, um, but those the areas I'm short term. So overall, yeah, so yeah, $65. So right now I see a pullback. $65 is a good buy. But Netflix, I feel like um I know some of y'all in these places, so I gotta like help y'all. And then I gotta go help myself and fucking eat. Cup and handle is still playing out. Um so Nas want to see 1,244 and 88. So 1,245 I want to see hold. And if it can't hold that, I want to see $1,237.75 hold. So those two, $1,237.75 has to hold. And then you want to see a break above $1,244.88. You want to see us consolidate above that range, and then you have $1,296.85, and then you have $1,339.43. Just look to the right, and that's where they're marked at. That's where the price target is at, $1,338.90. $1,296.85. I'm bullish. Netflix, I'm bullish. But it could consolidate right here. Again, most of these stocks that we will name isn't worth getting in. You missed the move already. Um, Options, it looks good right here though, because it's 100. It's just as far as shares though, no, I wouldn't buy Netflix here. But options, yeah, those the levels. Is Then we talk about AVGO. Got some, it could fall to 311. It's at 336 now. It could fall to 311. That's all I got to say about AVGO. 380 is the resistance if it can get up there, but it could fall to 311. I think that's it. That is Netflix. Okay, I think that is MDB. I feel like you got some good ones. But this move right here, you missed it though. It needs to come back down to you really want to come to 39 area, but 262 is also a good area. But you missed the move already. It ran already. I wouldn't touch it. Keycom, AMAC, Google, Netflix, GS, Eli Lilly. All right, that's everybody, right? Right? We did the video.
Hey, Meta app.
Huh?
Meta.
All right, so NVIDIA and Meta, we're gonna end it off. NVIDIA is coming to 151. I already said that, and you're probably not on the Patreon. 165. I said NVIDIA was coming to. It gapped under the 10-day moving average, which is at 172. So I got 165. It already touched 165 today. Then I had 162 after 165. I got 158. I got 157. And then after that, I got 152. And then I got 149. And 152 is your whole 152. I see it coming to on Netflix. I mean on Nvidia. My bad. 152 I got on Nvidia. If it loses that, then 140. But I do believe it's coming to 151 if it takes out 162. Um, so I'm bearish on tech. Palantir, Nvidia, AVGO is flying, but it's part of tech, so I won't be bullish on that. Um, Nothing that y'all name. I gotta look at AMD. Actually, Meta, Meta looks okay here. Uh, no, it has to break above 160. If it could do that, then we got 776. So Meta has to break above 760. If we could do that, we got 776. And then after 776, we got 790 on Meta. Meta is in a range. It's going to be consolidating right here. I wouldn't buy it. It has to be above 160 in order for me to look at it, and I will only play options on it. Um, what did I just say? AMD. All right, cool. Yeah. So I'm bearish on tech. AMD don't look good. Don't look hot at all. 149, it has to hold if it loses 149, 140. All right, so yeah, that's bearish. Um, I'm exhausted from that. Now, we've been on here for a minute, y'all. Thank you for everyone's time. I got to get off now and go eat. I got to stretch and stuff like that. I hope everyone have an amazing day. Um, Love life. Life is
Salute,
beautiful.
family.
Word.
Love,
Thank you, Ab.
love life. Life is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thanks,
Serve
Eric. You
others.
too.
Smile. Stay incredible. Stay focused. Be patient.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everyone have a blissful, blissful,
You
blissful
too.
day. Peace be upon all you. Assalamu alaikum. All praise is due to Allah. That's a fact.